I think they're gonna black me out once the game starts. I could tell because I did this before. But you can send me the link though. Send it to that 242 number.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Like I said, Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in these streets. Shout out to the panel as it reaches its premium peak. And shout out to the chat and all of its cacophony spewing out of the cracks and crevices of Flight Sports Block. And most definitely, big ups to everyone pulling up the Flight Sports TV. We have for you a stream powered by Flight himself. And all we ask for you is to complete the 3 stages of entrance to Flight Sports Block. And that is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. And it is incumbent on us here at Flight Sports TV to deliver what we say, to deliver what you deserve. And once again, in my humble voice, I want to thank Flight for inviting me into his space and integrating me onto his platform, as he has offered us a delight in witnessing some great basketball content. And as we come off the heels of that spectacular performance by the living legend himself, the icon of the NBA, LeBron James, aka LBJ, the King, putting up a scoring doozy in the 4th quarter to upset the hopes and desires of the crosstown rival, the Los Angeles Clippers. And the Clippers came out in an all-black uniform looking very militant and intimidating, but to no avail did it affect LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers. Albeit they was down by astronomical numbers. Somehow, some way, the king himself, the living legend, LeBron James, willed his team to a tremendous victory. And on that, social media exploded. I'm talking about the pundits, the purists, and the fans alike. Exploded all over social media, celebrating in cerebral fashion. The scoring explosion of LeBron James in the fourth quarter to upset and cover the spread on a perennial playoff team and contender and hopeful champion, the Los Angeles Clippers, led by Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. I believe they are the only team in the NBA with 4 current shoe-ins for the Hall of Fame. First ballot, the Los Angeles Clippers. So we can definitely say they're a stacked team. But tonight is a different story. Tonight, LeBron James and company is going to take on none other than the lowly Washington Wizards. They are ranked 30th in the NBA, tied with Detroit for the worst team on the hardwood. But mind you, they have Tyus Jones. Mind you, they have Kyle Kuzma. And of course, they have none other than the pitiful Jordan Poole. But Kyle Kuzma is coming off of a lovely night, 27 and 12. Tyus Jones is coming off a career high in assists in a game with 17. So this team is not just coming in to lay down as a doormat for the Los Angeles Lakers to walk all over them. That is not the case tonight. This team is coming in, hopefully, to close out a trap game against the Los Angeles Lakers and steal a unsuspecting victory from the charging Los Angeles Lakers, who sit at the 9th slot and play in tournament qualification. So the Lakers cannot come in here resting on their laurels of beating a perennial playoff teams in the Los Angeles Clippers and have high ambitions, the Clippers, on being the representatives of the Western Conference in the NBA Finals. By the Lakers beating and winning that contest against that tough team, the Los Angeles Clippers, the crosstown rival in the Battle of LA, they cannot just sit on their laurels and thinking that the Washington Wizards is just going to come in to the crypto.com arena and lay an egg and be a doormat for the Los Angeles Lakers. But this is my first stream for the Los Angeles Lakers where Spencer Dinwiddie, hometown favorite, LA native, will come out and represent the purple and gold. And this is my first time being able to witness, if I'm allowed to see the game, because, you know, most time the Lakers, when they play at home, the LA market is blacked out unless you have special services. And that I don't. I'm going to pay those exorbitant fees for Laker games, and I don't think the Lakers going to be champions no time soon. Maybe once they win the Larry O'Brien Trophy again, maybe I will pitch out some funds and support them for a season and subscribe to a Laker basketball and capitulate financially towards that endeavor. But nevertheless, that's not the case right now. So I want to welcome everybody aboard. All those who's in early and those who come in later, to make sure you hit that that like button so you can big up the stream and have it trending. Shout out to Basil Carpenter Jr. for rocking with me right now. We're a little shallow, but it's okay. We're hoping everybody come along. We already know that Charlotte got their head peeled tonight The Charlotte Hornets lost to the Milwaukee Bucks in consecutive games. So that's the first time they lost two in a row in eons, as it appears. So I don't know if the Charlotte Hornets falling back down to earth because there was a lot of hope and steel in Uptown when they was like on a 4-game winning streak and they won 5 out of 6. And now it's going to be 5 out of 7 or 5 out of 8. But it's still a very good record, 75%. That's good for the Charlotte Hornets. So they're just awaiting for LaMelo to make his re-encore appearance on the hardwood floor down at the Spectrum Center. So once they get healthy and once they start the meshing of their chemistry, I think the Charlotte Hornets is going to be a problem in the very near future. I believe it's sooner than later, and I just think that since the changes of the guard, since the changing of the guard in the Charlotte Hornets organization with this new regime, they are penciling in a lot of new young talent. So the Charlotte Hornets actually have a youthful movement, and it's underway. And it looks pretty exciting because these players they have now seem like they want to win. They want to make a name for themselves, and they want to put an imprint down in North Kakalaki. I'm talking about an indelible mark in purple and teal. So that's purple and teal. They already underwent their contest and they fell short to the Milwaukee Bucks, but for crying out loud, that's not a shameful thing if you lose to the Milwaukee Bucks, because the Milwaukee Bucks is one of the high-end contenders for the representation of the Eastern Conference to make an appearance in the NBA Finals. So losing to that kind of team with those high expectations like the Milwaukee Bucks is nothing shameful about it. And let me tell you, the Charlotte Hornets made a valid effort. We know there's really no moral victory here, but it is a moral victory because they didn't get blowed out like they did the previous game. This contest was much more close and competitive than the last outing, but yet the Charlotte Hornets faced similar or the same results, and it was an L. So purple and teal lost the first one. Let's see if purple and gold wins the second, the nightcap of the NBA festivities for all the games that's on slate here tonight for the NBA. And listen, let me tell you something. Please don't feel bad for the Charlotte Hornets. And I'm going to tell you why. The Charlotte Hornets. One thing about the Charlotte Hornets, that purple and teal, it seems to me that they're playing with more pride than I've seen them play with in a long time. Probably since 2021. And with that said, you can bet that when LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams gets back healthy and back playing on the floor and having their legs up under them, the Charlotte Hornets is going to be a serious problem. And shout out to Casual for popping up on the panel. How you doing, my brother?
Yo. What's good?
So, Casual, before we go on, would you please introduce your channel and let the people know what you got going on?
It's Casual from Vanity Sports Debates. We have an episode. We have a football episode every Wednesday. We do basketball every Sunday. We in the works of getting a sort of open gym concept type show open for the viewers, you guys, to be able to come in and get your points off. um, unprovoked, if you will. So, yeah, really all they got going on.
So go ahead and subscribe to Casual and his channel, and you can get a good feel on daily sports topics and a array of sports being spoken on his channel. And listen, and it's coming to you with diplomacy and intellect. So that's good in itself because it's too much negative narrative spiraling throughout the YouTube landscape. And Casual represents a breath of fresh air. Albeit he will uh, contest you and fight you on things, but that is a healthy engagement.
Nah, it's just
So
you, Dex.
yes,
It's just you, Dex. It's just you. It's just you.
so it's only me you contest.
It's just you.
Everybody else you capitulate.
Everybody else agrees with me. They agree with me.
Well, there you have it. You know, I mean, listen. He's not afraid to go up against the best. So shout out to him. He won't just acquiesce and tuck his tail in. He will give his version of his truths and based on his observation and knowledge of the game. So big ups to Casual. So Casual, what about your Milwaukee Bucks these past two games? How you feel about that?
I don't gauge it off of, especially if I'm going up against a team in the Charlotte Hornets. They're not equipped to go up against us right now, so it doesn't mean much. I do like the way that we're defending. The fact that I don't know about this game. I haven't got to see. I didn't get to watch the fourth quarter, but the fact that for 3 quarters specifically, we're playing consistent defense. I saw in the Minnesota Timberwolves game the fact that in the third quarter we reverse card the number 2 defense in the NBA and had them only score 13 points in the entire third quarter. That's extremely impressive to me. Add that to the fact I just feel like offensively our integrity is still intact while we're improving defensively. I like the fact that Doc Rivers is actually implementing Patrick Beverley alongside Dame more often, giving him something to do on the offensive end so that he doesn't seem like a sort of like a cone, if you will. I like the fact that he's implementing more DHOs with Giannis and Malik Beasley specifically. With the way that Malik Beasley is shooting the 3 ball, it does apply more pressure on the defense to have to step up. And it's not like he's a terrible passer, so he's able to get the ball to Giannis to be able to get downhill, and he has more open space now because of that. Yeah, I feel like we're coming together. I'm not ready to go back to saying that they're better than let's say the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, because truthfully speaking, the way that we've been playing, we just aren't. But do I think that we're on the road? We're on the right track? Absolutely.
Now, speaking of the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're a surprise. Even for me, even though I made a video with Flight prior to the season, and I said that Cleveland would be a dark horse, but I didn't expect them to be in the number 2 slot. So that is very surprising to me, the Cleveland Cavaliers and what Donovan Mitchell is doing over there, despite all the injuries that Cleveland has undergone this season.
Mm-hmm. And I'd also go as far as to say that the fact that they are staying true to who they are. They're not that just because the media is pushing that they need to get more offensive help alongside Donovan Mitchell. I appreciate that they look at what they have, they believe in the troops that they got, and they worked it out to the point to where they switched up, and instead of having Donovan Mitchell just be so I will say, like, he conceded his ball dominance to Darius Garland for the sake of allowing the point guard to be the point guard. He allowed Donovan Mitchell to take the reins as an offensive player, and especially like this season, you can see the improvement he's making as a playmaker. He's making really Max Strus look far better than I thought he was going to look in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform.
Good point.
And add that to the fact that Evan Mobley is still playing like a top 10 defender in the league. And Jared Allen is even taking a step forward as really being one of the bright spots of the season. I just can't. I'm really impressed with Cleveland.
And you know what? You're not alone in that as well. A lot of people have become, and I'm surprised Spidey Mitchell's name is not really coming up in MVP conversations because they wanted Jalen Brunson name to start sprouting in MVP conversations, but where's the clamor for Spidey?
He didn't start off the season this way. He had to get into rhythm. The Cleveland Cavaliers record is just not as impressive as the Boston Celtics, and Jason Tatum isn't even getting garnering MVP consideration. So if he's not, then Donovan Mitchell likely isn't. They're just not having better seasons. That's what it is. Like, even with Donovan Mitchell playing as incredible as he is, just not playing better than Giannis. He's not playing better than Jokic. He wasn't playing better than Joel Embiid before he went down, and he's not playing better than Luka or Shea. Just too much talent going on right now.
Got you. But like I said, he's sitting over there in the number 2 section. Now with Jason Tatum, I'm not surprised his name is not coming up. I mean, we done seen Jason Tatum do this before. Mm-hmm. The only thing we have yet to see Jason Tatum do is wear a ring. Now, I think once Jason Tatum gets a championship and he continues to play like this the following season, I guarantee you he will be MVP. But what we have seen Jason Tatum do, we have seen him be number 1 seed. We've seen him get into the NBA Finals. We see him have some good playoff runs and then lay some duds. So there's a lot of hesitancy with Jason Tatum. He just has to get over that hurdle and that hump and win a ring, and then that next season he can have the same numbers, and most likely he will be MVP.
So do you think with the, like, let's say Jason Tatum won a championship last season, you think the numbers he's putting up right now on the number 1 team in the NBA is good enough to have him win MVP over a player that's averaging 35, 9, and 10?
Yeah, because remember now, winning is the fulcrum of MVP. Even though it's a season award, I just believe that if Jason Tatum won a ring last year and he's playing like this year, he definitely will probably be, since Joel Embiid went down, of course, he would definitely probably be front runner. And that's what happened with Luka. Remember, Luka is part of the same scenario because Luka been to the Western Conference Finals, right? And he had good numbers the next year, and he was nowhere in the conversation.
Yes, but okay, what I'm saying is with your argument, right? So, for instance, in 2021, Giannis won an NBA championship and Finals MVP. The following year, he put forth his best season to date. That was his best season of his career, both efficiency and numbers wise. And he did not win it over Jokic, who was a 6 seed that year.
Yeah, because Jokic was playing with less, and he still was putting up comparable numbers.
But Luka is putting up even better numbers than Tatum on a lesser team.
But what happened but you putting Tatum in there, but I'm talking about with Jokic, the reason why I believe he won MVP, because that team that he had, nobody could have probably pushed that team to a 6 seed. And Jokic his numbers was just phenomenal across the board. As the game is underway, Lakers missed their first shot, so Washington has the ball, and they're looking to get on the board first here at the Crypto.com arena, and their launches it up, and no, Washington missed, and LBJ got the ball. And we already know what LBJ had did last night against the Los Angeles Clippers as the good defense for the Washington Wizards. 19 points in the fourth quarter and willing his team to victory. That was phenomenal for the old man. You know what I'm saying? People want to give up on these old heads, but these old heads are still pushing and putting up numbers. D'Angelo Russell from the distance, and he scores, so Lakers on board 3-0. So what you think about LeBron James in that phenomenal fourth quarter that he displayed?
I mean, he's my GOAT, man. I don't know, man. He's my GOAT. He's doing GOAT things. I mean, obviously, you don't expect him to do this on a consistent basis, but the Lakers were struggling making shots. Really, that was the main struggle, and it's been a struggle all season long. And so when they went up against the Clippers, and the Clippers got up 20 in large part due to not even just their defense being stifling, but just they were just making shots, whereas the Lakers could not find a bucket. And then going into that fourth quarter, I didn't even expect LeBron to be attempting the threes that he was attempting, let alone converting them at that rate. Like, the man made 5 threes in a quarter. To put that into perspective, the last time he replicated that performance was his birthday against the Golden State Warriors, I want to say in like 2021 or something like that. So like he doesn't do this frequently. And so the fact that not only did he convert it in the fourth, but he converted it in the fourth quarter, and stand that with, he was doing it on the person that everybody has come up with this narrative, who was the LeBron stopper, Kawhi Leonard, and he was converting him on a consistent basis. This is why narratives is never the way to go, because anybody that has been watching LeBron James understands that he, over time, is just a threat on the perimeter, even more than he was even in his prime, because he's not in his prime now. And Kawhi is not the defender that he once was. And so I think that this game is more of a statement as to where we are in the league than anything. We're at a place in the league where LeBron did this, and that wasn't even a headline, because Luka just a couple.
Casual, you popped out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're in a place in the NBA where LeBron James hits 5 threes and drops 19 points in the fourth quarter to make a big comeback, and that's the headline. But on the other end, 2 hours before that, Luka Doncic dropped 45 on his birthday. It was a birthday like slaughter over there, and nobody talked about it. That's how good this league
who
is.
did they
That's
play?
where we are.
But who did they play? Dang, you went out again, Casual. Well, the Lakers are down 9-5 early. And like I said, Washington didn't come here to be a doormat for the Los Angeles Lakers, so they cannot sleepwalk through this. As Austin Reeves hit the 7-footer, make it 9-7, Washington, and Washington with the ball. Go ahead, Casual.
Dallas played Toronto.
Oh, okay, that's a good matchup. It wasn't like it was San Antonio or somebody. Well, you already know when LeBron do something good, he's going to get the headlines, and when LeBron do something bad, he's going to get the headlines. And if he does nothing, then somebody else can get the headlines. So we got D'Angelo Russell from the distance, 12-10. Lakers are down. Washington up by 1 possession, and they have the ball. So, yeah, Casuals. So you think that was worthy for LeBron to steal the headlines from the NBA, or you think it was unfair? Earth calling Casual. I think Casual having some technical difficulties right now. But whenever his situation corrects itself, we would love to hear more from Casual. Lakers down 4, 14-10 in the 7-minute zone of the first quarter. As Lakers come on the attack, D'Angelo Russell to the lane, an easy layup for D'Angelo Russell. The defense of the Washington Wizards was absent on that offensive set. and they change possessions, and Washington scores. And so the Lakers look like there are, oh, LeBron, oh my God, did you just see what LeBron did? And Washington calls a timeout. Oh my goodness. No way did the Washington Wizards want to continue playing after that exciting left-handed dunk for LeBron James as he penetrated the Washington anemic defense and he scores. So we got a break into action right now. The score is 16-14. The Lakers are still down. So Washington's coming with some energy to stave off the Lakers in the first quarter. And let's see if Washington can keep this up for the duration of the game. We have seen the Washington Wizards in this position before where they're up early and then wither away as the game comes to a close. And this is why the Washington Wizards has yet to break double digits in wins. There's only two teams in the NBA that have yet to break double digits and win, and that's Washington and Detroit. Both of them stand still at 9 wins and a plethora of losses. And Washington definitely will be in the lottery again this year, and it might be some shaking up down in the DMV where the district needs to be realigned. That's where the redlining needs to be, down in the district inside the silo of the Washington Wizards, because they have been deplorable, disappointing, and devastating all in one season. And we thought that Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, the light-skinned tandem, would have a assemblage of Lonzo and Kyle Kuzma when they were Lakers. But unfortunately, Jordan Poole come to play sometimes. Shout out to Quiz. Wemby out here going crazy. San Antonio about to beat the Thunder. Yeah, that's a great matchup though, Quiz. San Antonio and those boys down on the red clay, because when you look at OKC, they similar. They built similar to San Antonio. But the only difference is those guys been playing together for a while, and they develop a chemistry, and they turn that chemistry into a winning culture. That's what they have culminated into, a winning culture. But San Antonio, when you look at San Antonio, they are mimicking the Oklahoma City Thunder, and soon you will see San Antonio up amongst the best of them competing for representation of the Western Conference. Just wait and see. I agree with you, Quiz. That's a good analysis that Wemby is acting crazy. And then once Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson and Sacron, once they start developing, and Collins, San Antonio going to be something to reckon with. Popovich know what he got going. He could see it. Popovich is a man of vision. As we get back and the Lakers finally try to take the lead with AD, he gets blocked. AD dunks it. AD puts it in the dunker position inside the restricted area, and no one was able to stop AD. And so the Lakers finally gets the lead again since early on, leading 5-0. And that was short-lived. That lead was short-lived. 18-16, Washington up by a bucket. Lakers with the ball. Rui looking to challenge. Rui is double teamed and the ball's out of bounds. Good defensive play. Looked like there was a block on Rui. And so the Lakers will retain possession of the ball as the Lakers are down by 3. D-Lo shoot from distance, and no, he misses. Rebound in and out. Here comes Washington. Washington looks to increase their lead, and they miss, and no. Rui with the rebound. Now, Rui will bring the ball up into the front court, and now D-Lo gets to give it back to Rui at the high dunkers, and Rui comes from the side, and Rui lays it up, and is good with a baby left-hand hook. So Lakers are tied the game up 18-18. The game is kind of at a slow pace. There's only 18 points being scored by both teams inside the 5-minute zone. So let's see if the game speeds up. Maybe they're trying to fill each other out for now. Miss by Washington. Ball is almost stolen, but AD gets it back. Give it to LeBron. LeBron is showing some high-powered energy right now. Look at him going between his legs. Man, maybe that PED thing is real. Oh, AD screws up a LeBron James dime, but he was fouled. Anthony Davis is fouled. He will go to the line, and he will receive 2 stimmies. And let's see if he can cash in on his stimulus package. Pause. As he sets to shoot his first free throw. Up, and it's good. So the Lakers regain the lead by the slimmest of margin, 19-18. Last night, Anthony Davis had his double 2012 with 3 blocks. So he was a big-time pivotal player in that comeback win as well, as he spread his numbers across the board and is very impressive. So AD misses a second of his stimmy. So the Lakers still have the lead, but here comes Washington. Tyus Jones with the ball, looking like he is being guarded by Spencer Dinwiddie, the LA native. Oh my God, Washington from the distance. Who's that, Crispitz? 21-19, Washington with the early lead inside the 4-minute zone as the Lakers whip the ball around the courts. LeBron, no, that was, who was that? That wasn't LeBron. So Washington is falling in love with the 3-point shot, and there's a miscue with Taurean Prince. He dribbled the ball off his foot. Probably doing a little too much, too fast, too early. So now they will change sides. LeBron will take a break. And Cam Reddish comes into the game for LeBron. The Lakers are really a deep team. They just got to get it together and string along at least 5 or 6 wins in a row. Another shot from the distance that's good. Fire, yes. Fire, yes. And now the Lakers turn the ball over. Spencer Dinwiddie mishandles it. And, oh my God, look at here. Washington, Jordan Poole with the and one. 26-19. The Lakers got to get on the ball because they're looking like this could be a real trap game for the Lakers. So the Lakers are just a little bit too slow, too often, and this is why they're facing a 6-point deficit, 7-point deficit, 26-19, as Jordan Poole looks to add on, and he does. So now you got an 8-point ball game, 27-19. Washington is definitely going to break the 30-point threshold for this quarter, and the Lakers are looking like dry raisins right now. Anthony Davis missed a chippy. Here's come Washington. Washington look like they got fresh legs, and they put it up again from the distance. And it's out of bounds. Lakers basketball, last touch by Washington. The Lakers catch a break right there because that was a nice, wide open run to the distance, to the arc shot, but it just hit the back of the rim. Just a little too much gravy on that shot. Spencer Dinwiddie with the pick and roll, give it back out to Prince. AD's looking for that pick and roll. They couldn't execute it. Spencer Dinwiddie with the foul, but they don't call it. Spencer Dinwiddie, LA native, he makes the shot, but they do not give him the and one, which was a lot of body contact. I'm surprised that Spencer Dinwiddie don't have some of the skin of the other player on his. And now they call Spencer for the foul, and he don't like it. So there's going to be a break in the action. I guess it's a TV timeout. 27-21. Lakers are down 6 at the 2-minute zone in the first quarter. So the Washington Wizards, they're not really playing defense, but what they are doing is just allowing the Lakers to catch them from behind while they're running out on fast breaks. And this is why the Lakers are down 6, because they just a step behind too often. So we had a commercial break here. We was talking with Casual earlier. He was having some technical difficulties. I don't know if he will return or not. But if he does, cool. And if he doesn't, the show must go on. So shout out to Flight Sports TV. Please hit that like button, share the stream, and allow other people to relish in this extravaganza. LeBron James had an excellent scoring night in the fourth quarter, upsetting the big bad Los Angeles Clippers in the Battle of LA. And it caused a social media firestorm. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, LeBron James in that display of basketball was talked about throughout the digital landscape. And rightfully so, because here you got a man that's near 40, and he's still captivating the minds of the pundits, the purists, and the fans alike. So when you are able to dive into those 3 areas of mindsets and captivating, you have done something. And that's why LeBron James is who he is, and this is why he gets the moniker King James. Because throughout his tenure in the NBA, he have galvanized the interests of the common man and woman and child. So here we go back to the game. The Wizards up 6, 27-21 in the 2-minute zone. Wizards with the ball looking to increase their lead. And the Lakers are trying to hold down the fortress, and they fail in that aspect because Washington have scored again to increase the lead to 8. So Washington is shooting 57% from the floor, and the Lakers are shooting in the high 40s. Here comes D'Angelo Russell. He looks, he almost turns it over, gets it to AD, and AD gets the and one. They finally give the Lakers an and one call, and Anthony Davis would be the recipient of such aggressive basketball, and he would be rewarded 2 stimmies. Well, excuse me, 1 stimmy because he made the shot, and will be able to continue to decrease the deficit of the Los Angeles Lakers. Anthony Davis with 5 points, trying to make it 6, and he does. So the Lakers are down 5. 29-24 inside the 2-minute zone. And the Lakers need a defensive stance, and they get it. AD with the rebound. Here come AD, continues to dribble the ball past half court. He don't give it up. He goes all the way to the distance, and he's fouled, and he's up. And yes, AD will go to the line. His aggression was rewarded by a foul, and he will go to the line again to shoot 2. And let's see what can Anthony Davis continue his free throw scoring to decrease the deficit of the Washington Wizards' current lead, which stands at 5. Rockets 81, Suns 90, and down in the Valley, Heat 41, the Denver Nuggets 49, up in Ball Arena, up in the Rockies. Bucks defeated the Hornets down in Uptown. Jazz loses to the Magic in Disneyland. You know Kissimmee, Florida. Hawks and Nets. And the Nets put on a scoring barrage against the Hawks down at the Barclay, 124-97. Warriors beat the Knicks 110-99. The Warriors are one of the hottest teams in basketball besides the Boston Celtics. And the Spurs beat the Thunder down at the Riverwalk in San Antonio, 132-118. Victor Wembanyama, as Quiz had alluded to earlier, is going mad nuts. Victor Wembanyama with 28 points, highs for the Spurs, Shea 31 for the boys on the red clay. Victor with 13 rebounds, and Devin Vassell with 9 assists. And those are your stat leaders for the San Antonio Spurs. So yeah, Victor Wembanyama is playing outstanding for a rookie. I thought his match would be Ralph Sampson, but it looks like he already supersedes Ralph Sampson as we speak. Oh, another one from the distance from the Washington Wizards. So they finally break the 30-point threshold inside the 1 minute zone, 32-26. Lakers down by 6. And Lakers with the ball. D'Angelo Russell's looking on the attack, being preemptive, and D'Angelo Russell lose the ball out of bounds, and that will be a turnover. That will be a forced turnover by the defense of the Washington Wizards, and now the Wizards looking to increase their lead that they already have. And from the distance again, and no rebound, Anthony Davis. It seemed like the Wizards have fallen in love with from beyond the arc, and sometimes good, sometimes no. Anthony Davis keeping the ball. Anthony Davis forcing a double team, kicks it back out. D'Lo from the distance, and yes, fire, yes, fire, yes, fire, yes. D'Angelo Russell. Oh, nice turnaround right in the face of Spencer Dinwiddie. So the Washington Wizards is not going away. They're sending signals to the Lakers. This is going to be a long night. Wow, almost a turnover, but the Lakers get it back. Anthony Davis corrals it, getting more control and stability on the offense. And Anthony Davis, nice little 8-footer from the wing. And Anthony Davis is looking good out there. Wizards 34, Lakers 31. Lakers do cross the 30-point threshold, which is a good sign because they started out very sluggish. Washington wasted a possession and a turnover. So the Lakers will have the opportunity to have the last shot down by 3, 34-31. And Spencer Dinwiddie with the ball, LA native. I think he went to Manuel. Did he go to Manuel Arts High School or Hamilton? Oh, D'Lo. Oh, and he missed it. Nice little up and under from D'Lo, but he misses it. So Washington wins the first battle of 4, 34-31. Washington takes the lead into the second quarter as we have a break in the action. Salute to everybody. Shout out to Rap God. Shout out to Daniel Barry. Shout out to Basil. Shout out to Quiz. Thank you for stopping by or staying in. I know we're on a late night edition. Thanks for rocking with us. We already know the Hornets lost earlier to the Milwaukee Bucks. But you can't expect the Charlotte Hornets just to reel off so many wins without their best player available and their best big man available in Mark Williams. So LaMelo Ball will, when he gets back, hopefully they just can show a force of chemistry and determination and finish out the season on a high note and maybe have some statement building wins along the way. Because it looks like their playing hopes are dying out, but they're not mathematically eliminated. The Charlotte Hornets is not mathematically eliminated. They definitely still alive, but it's going to be practically insurmountable for the Charlotte Hornets to qualify for the play-in tournament. But there's still light in the tunnel. There's still light in the tunnel for the Charlotte Hornets. As the Lakers are down, and the Lakers sit at the 9th slot in the Western Conference extended season qualification. So they definitely need to win this game, because it would look pretty bad for the Los Angeles Lakers, to be honestly, if you go out and do what you did against the Los Angeles Clippers and having a wonderful and historical night for King James, and then come and lay an egg against the lowly Washington Wizards. This should not happen, and I don't think Lakerland will be too amused if such scenario plays out, that Washington Wizards will have more points than the Lakers when the bell rings for the finals. Another shot from the distance. The Lakers are playing very poor defense from beyond the arc, and Chris Pitt is making them pay. Because, see, Washington know the Lakers' legs are weak, because they played that strenuous game against the Clippers and they prevailed, and now they're challenging. Look at LeBron James. LeBron James have made 3 layups driving to the rack. So LeBron James is trying to set the tone for the Lakers, but Jordan Poole says otherwise, because the Lakers defense is very porous. 39-33 as the second quarter is less than a minute vanished. LeBron James got the ball up top in the point guard position. D'Angelo Russell from the arc, and no fire. Oh, it's a steal. Oh my God, Matt Christie, you missed that one. But Washington keeps the ball. Washington looks. Bagley hesitates. Bagley takes it on. Jackson Hayes, and Jackson Hayes, good defense. And now the Lakers have the ball with an opportunity to make a dent into this deficit. And D'Lo puts it up, and no good for D'Lo. So his shot is off, but he's doing pretty good from the arc. But inside the arc, D'Lo's shot is off right now. Oh my God, Lakers are letting people get their own rebounds. This game getting a little sloppy, a little contested, and it's out of bounds. Lakers catch a break. Taurean Prince with the good defense inside the restricted area, and Marvin Bagley turns it over. And here comes LeBron James with muscle, with force. They pushes him, and LeBron gets the call. LeBron James is sending a message out to his teammates as well as Washington and the officials that he is determined to get this victory, because LeBron James constantly taking the ball to the rack. He's not sitting shooting threes. He's going to the rack. He's getting fouls. He's breaking down the defense, and he's forcing the defense to play defense. And this is something Washington Wizards are not good at nor fond of. LeBron misses his first stimmy, so he goes for a second. LeBron James is averaging 30 points. What old nigga you know in the league do that? So here's Washington. Poole is doing some excessive dribbling. He finally gives up the ball, and here comes a dribble drive, and it looks like Washington stepped out of bounds. His court awareness was not available at that moment, and Chris Batts turns the ball over, so the district will change positions, switch positions, and now the Lakers will come on offense, and let's see if their offensive set could be executed. So LeBron James at the point guard position, he looks to Jackson Hayes. He throws it up and it's a dunk. Yes, a nice alley oop for LeBron James and Jackson Hayes. That duel looked at very, very auspicious and executed. Oh, an easy miss from Washington. And the Lakers catch a break, and they only down 39-36 inside the 9-minute zone, and LeBron James turned the ball over, trying to do a little too much too often. And it's an and one for Jordan Poole. So Jordan Poole come to LA to play tonight. He's not looking like a dump truck tonight. So we got to give it up for Jordan Poole. So this is Jordan Poole's second and one. 41-36, Lakers down 5, and Jordan is trying to make them down 6, and he does. 42-36. Once again, the Lakers are down 6. After that tremendous play with LeBron James and wait a minute, LeBron again off one leg, and no, he misses. So here we go, a run out, and it's an easy dunk. Lakers do not get back, and Darvin Ham doesn't like what he sees, and so Darvin Ham's going to call timeout. The Lakers just gave up a run out for an easy dunk. That's probably the easiest bucket made tonight that I have observed. So Lakers don't get back, and Washington makes them pay for it. So the district is out here trying to play. Shout out to Casual. The district is out here trying to play, man. They didn't come here to be no doormat, that's for sure. So whatever they was doing in LA before this game, they probably was very, very careful, focused, and did not allow the allures and the attraction of La La Land to distract them from tonight contest.
Say it again, brother.
No, shout out to you, Casual. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had too much shit I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I know you're busy, man. That's why people need to go check out your channel to see the work you're putting in.
You ain't lying.
I'm gonna have to come over there and crack your head.
Nah, you know you're not doing that.
Are you ready? You ready for me? You ready for me to hit the stage? You ready for me to hit the panel?
Whenever you ready, you more than welcome to come. I told you.
Because I really don't want to smash you on your platform. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's what you want. You really want me to crack your skull on your platform. You think, you know what I'm saying? You don't think I'm real. You think I'm AI. You don't think I'm real. Listen, in tonight's game, the Washington Wizards, I mean, they had a 34-point first quarter, and now they double up on the Lakers in the second quarter, and the Lakers just doesn't have an answer for these young kids.
We talking about the Wizards?
Yeah, they scored 34 points in the first quarter, and then now in the second quarter, they have doubled up the Lakers 10-5. You would have.
I'm about to say,
Say that again.
I have to sit down and actually watch this game like when I get home to give you like a real reason. But if I had to give like an educated guess, the Lakers struggle when it comes to teams that get out on the break. And so likelihood is if we go to the difference on the Wizards versus the Lakers, likelihood is the Wizards is just capitalizing on fast break points. And that's probably what's gauging the difference between them and the Lakers. Actually, now that I'm looking at it right now, they have 8 fast break points to the Lakers too.
Yep. Yeah, the Lakers, you're right. That's a good assessment because the Lakers do poor against teams that are sprinters.
Yeah. They're
just not built that way.
Yeah.
LeBron from the distance. And yes, fire, yes. Yes, fire. LeBron James from the distance. So he brings the Lakers even closer, 44-39. The distance, the district still have the lead and the ball.
So let me ask you this, Dex. Where does the performance for LeBron last night rank as far as the performances that you've seen so far this season?
I think that's it ranks towards the top based on his age. Now, if he wasn't the age that he is, then it's a typical NBA player that caught lightning in the bottle. LeBron James, you just mentioned him, man. LeBron James is going to the rack. He done turned back the clock. I ain't lying. LeBron James turned back the clock. I ain't never seen LeBron James this enthusiastic and driving to the rack. So the NBA must have told him something because he's driving to the rack like it's 2011. So yeah,
Yeah.
based on his age, to answer your question, based on his age, that performance ranked very high. I won't say it's the top performance of the league so far, but I say it's definitely in the top 8.
Top 8.
Yes.
So let's do this. So Luka Doncic is 73 points.
Yep.
Is it up there with that?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not up there.
Let's see.
You got Jason Tatum. You got Jason Tatum performance. You got Wembanyama performance. You got Big Cat performance. You got Joel Embiid performance. You got Damian Lillard performance.
70. Dame hasn't. Nah, Dame had like 40. That was like the best he did. Oh, Giannis is 63.
Giannis performance. So that's about 8 right there. Shit.
Devin Booker 63.
I forgot about Devin Booker. I forgot about that
one. Let's see.
So yeah, we could put it up there in the top 8. We could say top 8.
If it is, it's like 8. I don't know.
So yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot of crazy performances that guys are just putting forth. And to be honest with you, it just further evidence that is the league is going to be in great.
dang, casual cut out again.
The guys that have been the face.
Yeah, go ahead. The league's gonna be in great what?
Oh, I was about to say the league's in hands, but they have to start promoting the new faces of the league, the best players in the
Jordan
world.
Poole just hit a straight in banker from the distance. This is crazy. Jordan Poole can have a big night.
Yeah.
51-42 Wizards. Yeah, I agree with you. We have did this, I think last season we have talked about the league being in great hands when those old heads give it up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They can retire in solace because these nice young cats, the Anthony Edwards, the Tyrese Halliburtons, even the LaMelo Balls, the Lucas, the Trey Youngs, these JT and JB, Spidey Mitchell, Darion Fox. Yeah, the game is definitely in good hands. You got a wealth of players that are 26 and under that's ready to explode to get this sponsor money. You know what I'm saying? They're ready for it. And they can't wait to the Steph Curry's, LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's exit stage left. So that money will still be available, and it might even be more money available than before.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. But one thing I do know, my Bucks, man, we looking pretty good, bro. Looking pretty good.
Milwaukee definitely, they're going to always be somewhere in the thick of things because of Giannis, the culture, and the things that's going out there in Milwaukee. Despite Damian Lillard talking about he's bored in Milwaukee, hey man, be bored. Just focus on winning, right? No distractions.
I feel like people misinterpreted what he was talking about. Especially when you add into the context of like stuff that he didn't have to say. We know he's going through that divorce. Dex, I don't know if you've ever been through a divorce. I know I haven't, but I can only imagine.
I never even been married. Nobody wants to marry my black ass. You know,
but
I'm
yeah,
good for a night, but not for a life. You know.
you've had a girlfriend that you was probably
Oh
with
yeah, I
for a
got
long
I've
period of
been in
time,
stable relationships. Yes. Because
and so
I
when
be the breadwinner, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
they hold on to me because the bread is good.
mm.
But as far as anything else, I'm good for a night, but not for a life. Shout out to Quick.
But yeah, Dame in that interview, I feel like he was talking from a standpoint of a newly single, single man, no longer married. Really just he's been married, I want to say since his third or fourth year in the league, and he's gone on a decade, so that's about 7 years that he's 7 or 8 years likely that he's been with somebody. And so you being in Milwaukee, you know, and you don't really know exactly, all the hot spots like that. And on top of that, you single, ain't nothing much to do but chill, play with your kids, watch movies, and play games. Like I feel like he was talking from more of an experience of that rather than him just saying Milwaukee's boring. I know Milwaukee's boring. Don't get me wrong, Milwaukee is boring, but I don't think he was referring to it like in that sense.
You just got to watch what you say and the way that you say it. To be honest with you, Casual, like I think that you brought up some things like, um, contrary to popular belief, when you even if you wasn't married, but if you was with somebody committed for 7 years, and then all of a sudden you become single, like it's a big life adjustment. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And then mind you, you still have to go out there in the public and put on
Perform.
a straight face, especially when you're a public figure, because they throw microphones in your face all of the time. So you don't always necessarily be on your P's and Q's to sit around and have like the quote unquote publicist friendly, responses for everything, because you don't know what they're going to ask you when they ask you. But I think Dame will be fine,
Yeah,
at the end of the day. And good speaking to you again, Casual. One of the things
it's good.
I
It's
talk
good.
about, which it's so crazy because we have so many people, we follow this shit so hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are following every game. Like, I'm gonna say this again, man. The NBA season don't the first half of the NBA season don't mean shit. Even with this corny ass, in season tournament, it's all good. You see, the Bucks have turned the corner since, and I don't want to get too early, but like real teams like the Denver Nuggets, you really think they were paying, like they really sweated being first or second or third or even fifth in the West in the first half of the season? You just want to get your systems in place. You want to get yourself, acclimated with the players that you're running with and stuff like that. And the real push is in the second half of the season. So as long as Dame is ready for the second half of the season and him and Giannis start getting this chemistry, they'll be fine.
I agree. And specifically to your point with the Denver Nuggets, I've been saying this since everybody noticed that Minnesota had the first seed in the West and Oklahoma City had the second. First, the fighting for the best record in your conference, that is for teams that are trying to establish themselves or establish their dominance. The Memphis Grizzlies had a better seeding than the Golden State Warriors in 2022. But yeah, we all understand that the Memphis Grizzlies were not a better team than the Golden State Warriors, especially when we get into playoff setting. And
Right.
this happens all the time. I don't
Facts.
think that I feel like championship level teams, they're going to naturally have a high seeding in the Western in their conference. They don't need to have the number one or two. They just need to be in a good enough seeding to where they're not completely behind the eight ball. And then two, they need to use the regular season, or they are going to use the regular season to build chemistry even further. They're going to use it to get down sets, perfect their craft.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Denver Nuggets are going into the playoffs as like the third or fourth seed, and I still have them as the favorites.
And I agree with you completely because, like, and to further your point, like a team like Minnesota or the Thunder, you know what I mean? Like, you guys need to be, you'll need to get your wins up. You know what I mean? While you can, you got to do it in the beginning of the season, because in
Yeah.
the second half of the season, like I'll give you a perfect example just to show you further what I'm talking about. Like, Dex is over here watching the Lakers. The Lakers are one of the deepest teams in the league, regardless of how you feel about it. They have talent. Even them picking up Dinwiddie just as a player, just as a buyout player, you know what I mean? It's just a great addition to that team. It helps them fill a need. The Golden State Warriors, their identity is totally different. They sent Klay Thompson to the bench, and he's going crazy. You know what I mean? And now they're picking up and looking more like the Warriors. You know what I mean? That's not an easy win. So teams that have been there, that have those expectations and have already cemented themselves as teams that are going to be, that are going to be in it and have those championship aspirations. The jockeying and stuff that that people worry about in the mid season or the early part of the season, it doesn't really affect them because they know they're going to be there. They just need to be solid, and especially in today's NBA. And what do I mean by that? Today's NBA, you have a lot of dudes who don't play the whole year, even on good teams. You have a lot of dudes. You have to manage through people's injuries. You want to make sure that they're healthy. You're going to give. You see a bunch of dudes who don't play back to backs if it's a game that's played the next night, they're not playing because you just want to make sure that they don't get injured. And, if somebody tweaks something, you want to manage. There's a lot more injury management in the modern NBA than there was in past. So a lot of times you got guys who aren't playing. And then another thing, casual, I've noticed this. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but really, the MVP race and stuff like that, and the scoring title race is always so phony and fraudulent to me at the end of the season. Because a really good team that's got nothing to lose, they're gonna find reasons to sit their best players. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're focused on winning the championship. So sometimes those races are dragged so out of proportion, and it'll affect who wins or doesn't when you're sitting around at the end. Because at the end of the season, some of these teams that already have things locked up, like for example, the Boston Celtics are up like 7 games. I mean, if it gets further in the season, they're still up by 7 and 10 games on the field. They don't even have any, they don't have any incentive to be playing long minutes to Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown and all of these dudes. The worst thing that they could do is play those guys big minutes and then have a debilitated injury come around, and they're going to look like fools if they do that. So some of those individual statistics are just a little bit off the way people look at them, because at the
Inflated.
end of the season, teams do start sitting solid players when they have nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think it's twofold, because I agree with you. I think that they have become a little bit more of a load. It's become more of a load managing league for championship teams, for teams that aspire to win a championship. And really the last six or 7 years, specifically, like, forget about Greg Popovich and the Spurs, because even in Golden State's case, the year after, and even the year that they won 73 games, they weren't resting their players. They were still competing in the regular season and then translating it over to the postseason. So it wasn't even just established then. I want to say around the time that Kawhi Leonard won a championship in Toronto, it set the precedent that it was probably a wise idea towards the end of the season, especially once you are basically a lock to be like, let's say you're a top 3 seed. You don't have to be the number 1 seed, but a top 3 seed. You essentially you're good to sit your players out. Your star players are really just your players that play pivotal roles on the team. In the last like 10 games. And so I think that I agree with you there, but I think it's twofold in the sense that it's a good thing because it gives us like them at their best, or them potentially at their healthiest, to give us the best postseason we could possibly see that year. But on the other end, I think that it's not necessarily fair to the fan base that paid tickets in the regular season. Like, if you want to go see the Denver Nuggets in, let's say a week before the postseason starts, the chances are you're probably not going to get to see Nikola Jokic.
Right.
And that's a shame. And so I feel like it's a good thing. It's a good thing in the sport for the sport, because you're going to get the best of Nikola Jokic in the postseason because he's had a week or 2 of rest. But it's bad for the league because that's money that you're probably going to miss out on, because the fan base eventually is going to catch on and say, oh, wait a minute. For the last 2 years, when we get to the last week or so, Nikola Jokic ain't playing. I'm not buying tickets to go and watch this shit.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, I'll be honest with you though, casual. I'm gonna share something with you. It's always been that way. It's not anything new. Even back in the days, it's not like these are new strategies. Hey, we have nothing to lose. We're gonna sit players, or you know, it's just more prevalent now because you see so many guys doing it. You know what I mean? So many teams really doing that, and some of these teams ain't. I mean, I don't even want to say it's just.
I don't even think. I think in Kobe during Kobe's era for LA, he didn't miss too many games. Jordan for sure didn't miss any games that he could.
Right.
LeBron.
Yeah, no, I mean those guys.
LeBron even would miss games towards the end. Like I'm saying, if you're like legitimately hurt or you have to miss time because of something like something personal matters or whatever, that's one thing. But legit sitting out, only one team in the early 2010s was really doing that. That was Greg Popovich and the Spurs. And the Toronto Raptors set the precedence in 2019 that this actually works. And then you started to see it happen more often because then the LeBron and the Lakers did it, and then Kawhi and the Clippers did it. Paul George did it. You actually heard Lou Will complain about the fact that he blames them for not playing enough games during the regular season for them to build repetition with one another. So when they got into the postseason, they just did not have that chemistry. Who else? I want to say Toronto did it with Pascal. I think Joel Embiid for sure did it with Philadelphia. So did Ben Simmons. Like it became way more prevalent than ever.
Yeah,
before.
and it's not even. I mean, I agree with you, and I'm just saying, as a person who's watched a lot of basketball, like Dex, we've watched a lot of basketball over our years. So I actually see that it's definitely totally different. I'll give you a perfect example because you talked about all of these dudes. Remember the Brooklyn Nets? I remember me and Dex used to have these debates. I told them the Nets wasn't going nowhere, and they lived up to exactly what I thought they was going to do when they tried doing a super team. No disrespect, but I mean, remember that I want you to remember because let me tell you what I see around the league right now that's different than we saw before. Nowadays, when you see a dude just take a night off. Right now, we're not just talking about a back-to-back night. I'm just taking the second half off of a back-to-back, which you do see more than you saw before. But nowadays, you can legitimately question. You can sit around and look and legitimately say, like, is this dude even really injured? Like, you just see dudes just taking personal days. Remember when Kyrie Irving, Dex with the Nets, and he just take a personal night, like literally just take a personal night. Like, you know what I mean? Now we're coming up, we know that these dudes
but listen, Quiz, to be honest with you, that the Kyrie Irving, that's not odd. Players have taken personal leaves from teams throughout the 32 team league period. It's just that Kyrie is more pulverizing. So when he does something, people look at it a little more suspiciously than they do the average player that takes a personal leave.
Right. And Dex, remember back in the days, they didn't have social media to sit around and scrutinize everything. Media wasn't like the way it is now. Now media, everything is under a microscope. So back in those days, yeah, you've had dudes who take personal days for sure. I agree with you. But I'm just pointing the fact that from that point, if you've really been watching this game, which you have, Dex, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. You look around the league and we know there's dudes. We know that there's a lot of dudes taking a lot of personal days and seemingly a lot more than I've ever seen.
Excessively.
Right. Facts. Like, a dude who just pick up and not play, listed as he'll be healthy as soon as the game ends. They put, they play games with these organizations too.
That's right.
Dex, like, the game ends and all of a sudden you'll list LeBron and AD as game time decision. They do that every game. You know what I mean? Now, normally they'll play, but then there'll be a game or two where it's just like, well, I don't want to play. Well, why not? Well, probably because you're watching your son at USC or something like that. We're not going to beat him up over it and stuff like that. But we know that.
Speaking about that USC thing that you just mentioned, LeBron James, the shoes he got on now, the LBJs he got on now, are the USC versions.
All right.
They
Well,
got the
I mean,
USC
I got
colors.
no problem with the man being proud of his son. It's just that it's clear though. It's definitely different. You know what I mean? And I'm not knocking it. In some
So
aspects, maybe.
are you saying that what you saying the players that do those type of things, they are misprioritizing their
I think
real
so.
thing?
I think so. Like, let me share something with you. When I work for the state with United Cerebral Palsy, you know what I mean? I mean, you got some personal days, but you can't just pick up and just not be showing up to work. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I look at the NBA right now. These dudes, and it's not like I wasn't getting paid $200 million. You know what I mean? These guys are getting paid crazy money. A perfect example: Ben Simmons in that trade, right? I mean, you were healthy before you decided that you didn't want to take the shot, and your feelings were hurt. But then you come to a whole team. Most teams when you do a trade, you got to take a physical. Now all of a sudden you got a back injury. Where did this come from? It didn't come on the court. And now, like, even if we look at Ben right now, I mean, he's out right now. I mean, this dude he don't never freaking play. You
But
know
the
what I mean?
physical can be waived. A team can agree to waive the physical though.
I can agree with waiving a physical, but I'm not just talking about. I mean, don't get caught up on the don't get caught when I'm bringing up these examples. I'm just saying there's so many of them. If you look, and me and you are watching enough basketball to know there's a lot of these dudes who just ain't playing. I mean, like for no reason, no real legit reason at all. And I mean, you can always make an excuse for the reason you're not playing. You know that, hey, I got knee soreness. You know what I mean? I'm not playing tonight. I got knee soreness. You know what I mean?
On my back.
Yeah, yeah. I
The
got
back is
back
the big one because you can't prove that, right?
something we can't substantiate, and the team's just gonna ride with you on. But you just see so much more of it now. You know what I mean? And I'm just pointing it out. I mean, you just see so much more of it, and it's any team, any and every team. That's why I like players like Shea Childress-Alexander. You know what I mean? Like he's probably gonna play, and he's gonna play hard every single night too. I mean, people have played through dings. Remember Allen Iverson, Dex? That guy used to get banged. I mean, he could sit around and pull his stuff if he wanted to. I'm not playing. He was banged up every single night, but
Tracy
he played.
McGrady as well. Don't forget Tracy T-Mac.
It's just that I can't always take the teams, like I can't take some of the things these guys say seriously as far as these players these days. It just makes it harder to when these guys just picking up and just not playing. The things that we never saw as excuses for not playing before, we're seeing more now.
And then, Allen Iverson and like T-Mac and Kobe, those players had different mindsets. They wanted to be the best, the greatest, you know what I mean? And
Right.
in order to be that, you have to pay. I mean, you have to play through pain and pangs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sacrifice your body if you want to be the best. But every NBA player that gets out here and demonstrate his version of his contest don't want to be the best player.
Right. And that's why we have to, pay attention to certain things like, we're looking for durability. I'm impressed with Anthony Davis this year. He's played pretty much the whole season this year. I got no real complaints about Anthony Davis. He isn't doing that stuff he used to do the past few years where we called him, what do we call them? Street clothes?
Street clothes. Yeah.
Street clothes look like he got in his ball clothes this year. I'm impressed with you.
Well, I mean, he got over his honeymoon stage with that beautiful jalapeno pepper he got at home sitting over the cliff of Malibu. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
now to go time to play basketball.
Well,
Like,
you know what else I think it is too, Dex? I mean, you watch the Lakers play a lot, and I watch the Lakers play a lot because they're the most televised team, right? But
yes.
I think that Anthony Davis is manned up. He's finally, decided to, you know what I mean, adhere to his cool-yans and put his cooch down.
Well, I don't know if you can change your mindset like that overnight. I just think his wife is like,
look, Dex, but you watch the games like
his wife. I'm telling you what he did. His wife said, "Listen, dude, you can't keep going balls deep in. You got to go out there and put the ball in the net." Shit.
Dex, I'm gonna let you finish cooking, but let me finish real quick. What I'm talking about is, remember Anthony Davis I used to hate watching the freaking Lakers play because every freaking game, every time this dude hits the ground, you look at him, man, it looked like somebody been shot. You know what I mean? Like his whole face, he can't even maintain his demeanor. You know what I'm talking about?
He couldn't keep away from that jalapeno. I'm telling you what it is.
He's not doing that this year. I don't know what it is. I just call it manning up.
I'm telling you what it is. She telling him, listen, how many times you gonna sow your royal oats? Stop trying to put your ball so deep in me. Put them balls so deep into that net.
So
damn.
That's the reason why he's been looking soft all these years is because of his
What is going on here?
I don't know what's going on. I think that Dex is saying that he's having some sort of crisis with his sexuality that's affecting his basketball play.
No, it's not a crisis. It's not a crisis. It's let me see. It's what you call covering your woman. But he misconstrued the real contents of covering your woman. You follow what I'm saying? You got a job to do. You getting paid millions. The reason why you're living off this Malibu cliff is because of what you're doing on the court. So keep that on the forefront. You ain't got to worry about pounding on me. Pound on that damn hardwood.
But I'm trying to figure out what that has to do with this dude screwing up his face every time he hits the floor, though. That's the only thing I'm trying to.
Because it was fake. That was all fake. It was like, oh, I really want to be at home. I really want to be laid out on my infinity pool. You know what I'm saying?
He was trying to add the drama for the reason why he ain't gonna play the next game. You think that's what it was?
Exactly.
The drama. I mean,
Here you go, Quiz.
Drama. You know what I mean? It's like flopping. It's like
right.
Flopping. Like, he hit me on my head. Oh my goodness, I got a boo boo.
Yeah.
Home the next game. All right.
You know how the soccer players do it? You know how the soccer players do it, right?
We need somebody. We need somebody to make sense of this. Casual, please come in and intervene and make
sense. Shout out to Jessica.
I don't know how I'm supposed to take this Dex take, but you know what I mean. I'm rocking with your take now, Dex. I understand a little bit.
Oh my God, what you got to say, Casual? Come on with it.
Oh no, I ain't got nothing.
Casual is shocked. He's like, I can't believe this conversation has come to this.
Well, Casual's a young man. He probably haven't endured yet. You know what I'm saying? I done been through that phase. When you have a girl
basketball, look, that dude Casual don't look like he's soft. If I play basketball with him and you hit him with an elbow to his ribs, I don't expect him to fold up like, you know what I mean, and cower.
But like you said, you hit the hammer on the nail, Quiz, when you said he was grimacing and he was being extreme with it because he's setting up for the next play.
Right. I got it after you
shout out to Nico.
Better, I understood it. It connected better to me. So he's giving the LA drama. So that, you know what I mean? Like when you see him don't play the next game, you know the reason why. I'm not
right. There you go. Up. And nobody don't have no complaints because somebody want those minutes anyway. Man, so the players ain't gonna complain that much.
And Dex, we both know it was a drama because every time you hit that man, I don't care where it was. It'd be like, all right, I thought that you said that whatever injury that you had before, like, you know, somebody touched you on a finger. You can't be soft in this many places at the same time. That's the reason why I thought that Charles Barkley was 1,000% right within his lane when he called that man street clothes. Yeah, like, come on, man. We always see you in street clothes.
Yep.
Period.
But Charles didn't get, you know, that deep into it because Charles know how it is in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't want to go there. He just tried to keep it on the court. But that's what it is. I mean, the man just got this wealth of money. He just moved to LA. He got one of the beautiful palacios sitting off the cliff, and he got a baddie with him, a young baddie, not no old head. This is a young baddie, so she ain't stretched out like that.
These are professional basketball players. All of these dudes can get whatever kind of woman they want.
I know, but some guys prefer older women or women that's more seasoned. You know what I mean? That's out of the realm of playing and clubbing and all that type of stuff, and want to be a more a subtle and woman of substance. So they choose those type of women. But he got a younger. You know, he was like Kobe. He went and got him a young one. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't stay up out of it. Listen, the man buried himself in that girl.
Whatever he's doing with his women, man. Listen, if Wilt could, what did Wilt say he did? 20,000 women.
Everybody's not built like Wilt.
Of course, clearly. Pause. All right, but
Wilt was playing. What was he playing in Conan and all these old strong ass movies? You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't built like Wilt.
Do you know that Wilt Chamberlain? I don't know if Casual is young. So do you know that Wilt Chamberlain had proclaimed to have slept with 20,000 women?
What is this? What are we talking about right now?
Well, I'm just saying it didn't affect Wilt from getting out there and playing and busting their ass and dropping 100.
Well, Wilt only won 2 championships.
You're talking about him dealing with one woman.
It did affect him. No, Quiz, you missed the boat on that one. It did affect him because he only won 2 championships. As big and as dominant as he was, he only won 2 championships.
Well, Anthony Davis only won 1, and he only dealing with one woman, and Wilt
was that's what I'm saying, though. Hey, some people ain't, you know, people are built. You see my sweatshirt? Everybody ain't built the same. You see that?
There we go, Dex. Perfect plug right there. Go pick those up on the website, dex.com. Everybody ain't built like that.
Merch, baby.
Perfect plug segue. We see how we work together, Dex.
Oh my god.
Perfect assist to you, my brother.
Well, we passed you the baton, Casual, but you said you had nothing to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
because I'm lost right now.
Welcome to the adult world.
welcome
my
to Flight Sports TV, the voice of the voiceless, brother. That's what it's all about.
Hey, Nico Sav, W Daft Punk, Daft Punk lyric recollection. That's fire. That's fire.
Say that
Chad,
again, Casual.
if y'all don't know who Nico Sav is referencing, it's a song called "Get Lucky" by Daft Punk.
Yeah, I know. No,
And
draft punk.
I thought it was Daft Punk. It's Daft Punk.
No, draft. Draft punk. PUNK.
No, I think they're DAFT. I don't know.
think
Y'all
it's
can look it up.
DFT.
Oh, DAFT.
Yeah,
It's
DAFT.
It's DF.
Oh, not draft. My bad, then. I'm sorry.
DAFT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was draft punk. Yeah, I know that song. That song. Yeah, that's an old school song.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nico Savage, I know he got to be happy
Old
right
school
now
is
that
crazy. That came out like 2014.
Hey,
That's
speaking of
10
Nico
years ago.
Savage, speaking
That's
of
not
Nico
old.
Savage, Nico, I got to give you your props. I know your man Clay. Your man Clay was. I know he had you feeling some sort of way. I'm so glad that.
Oh, Daft Punk. Right. Okay. I know Pharaoh. Yeah, Pharaoh was the lead singer of that group. Yeah, Daft Punk. He said 2014.
Talk about it. What was I doing in 2014?
Yeah, so yeah, we had halftime and the Lakers came back and the Lakers are in the lead right now. The Lakers close out the first half with a 39-point quarter.
In large part due to D'Angelo Russell.
And Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. Defensively, yeah. But
Because Anthony, I think he's the lead scorer for everybody.
Bron got 15. So what is...
No, Anthony got 20, I think.
He do?
Yep.
I mean, to be honest with you, this shouldn't even be a game anyway. So
Anthony got 24.
You would think that. But a lot of people sleeping on Washington. Washington is not that bad of a talent.
Come on.
Yeah, come on, Casual. Stop it.
Stop it.
That's
9 wins is 9 wins. You are who your record say you are.
No, in the same way, the same thing applies to Detroit. Talent wise, they're not bad. They just don't make sense to you.
Oh, get out of here. These teams,
they don't make sense.
Listen, Casual. There's no.
I'm not going to even qualify that with a response.
There's no evidence that supports what you've said. And we watched a lot of basketball. I wish they were good or halfway good. I wish that was even watchable basketball. But
their head
here's
coach.
The thing about Washington.
Coach,
I don't feel sorry for Washington at all. I don't feel sorry for Washington at all. They act real light-skinned. All right. My man Jordan Poole is a complete fool. My man Kuzma remember he put that text out? He tweeted that, don't be that team. Don't be that team. Well, you that team. You definitely that team. That's why you don't do stuff like that. That's why you don't do corny stuff like that.
Is Kuzma a bad player to you?
No, I rock with Kuz. I like Kuz.
Okay.
I like
Is Jordan Poole a bad player to you?
Yeah, he's complete trash. And he didn't used to be when he had a bunch of good players around him, but he's fleecing the league. He definitely is way overpaid.
So we agree. Under the right situation, he looks better, right?
Yeah, he was way better when he had a bunch of dudes around him for sure.
And Tyus Jones a bad player to you?
No, I like Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones is just a young player.
Is Denny Avia bad to you?
No, I mean if you want to go through player by player, I mean
exactly. And so what I'm saying is as a team, as like just individual players, they're not bad. They just don't make sense together.
Not only do they not make sense.
Shout out to Devastating.
Not only do they not make sense together, the problem with this squad more than anything else to me, Casual, is the unforeseen tragedy of bringing certain players together. You know what I mean? You got Jordan Poole with his baddies mentality, which I think is funny because I don't really, I don't really think all of that stuff is super duper real. But it's the maturity level, and when you got a dude like Kuz talking about, which I don't believe his story, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. But he's talking about, oh, I wanted to stay in Washington rather than get traded. First off, I don't think you had that much power over the situation anyway. Secondly, that speaks to your maturity. You'd rather be good on a team that's terrible, which is fine. But come on, the Washington Wizards, it's not like this was the first time. Several players who've left Washington talked about the attitude there. Like, that's the whole thing that he got into with Dinwiddie. The maturity level between these dudes. And these are the two best players on your team. So I'm so happy that Daniel Gafford was able to get out of that cesspool in Washington. All right. You know, it's tragic that you got someone like Tyus Young. I feel bad that you got to be there. I feel bad, you know,
Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones, pardon me. I'm sorry, I said Young. I think, I mean, I agree with you about like I don't know how to pronounce the dude's name. All right, he's not a terrible basketball player. The Ajeka, whatever his name is, the ADJ dude. You know, your eyebrows raised. You don't know your dude you just got finished mentioning.
You talking about? Oh, you talking about Abdia?
Yeah, Ajia.
Talking about Denny.
Denny.
He's the lone Jew in the league.
The lone.
Oh, Dex, you're going there tonight. But anyway, though, I just feel bad that they got to play in Washington, and
LeBron James once again.
I mostly feel bad for the Washington Wizards fans because they get to.
Don't forget Chris Spitz. Chris Spitz is a good player.
I mean, all of them dudes is. I mean, when you talk about some of those dudes,
how's that not an N1? How's that not an N1?
As far as their talent is fine, but as far as their maturity level, I mean, I even think that the Pistons are better than the Wizards. I don't hear the Pistons doing all of that corny stuff. You look at the dang on Wizards players. I don't even know. I mean, I dude. There's another dude out there I remember there was a dude, one of these YouTubers. I used to like this dude. Him and his girlfriend used to stream together. Anyway, he was a big Jordan Poole fan. In fact, he used to have these debates years ago about who was better, Jordan Poole or Taylor Horton Tucker, when the Lakers were talking about Taylor Horton Tucker was the joint. You know what I'm talking about, Dex. And he was like, yeah, Jordan Poole's better than him.
Where is Taylor Horton Tucker? Where is his ass at?
Right. Well, the funny thing is, like, where are both of them?
He played for Utah. He played for Utah.
Only difference between the two of them now is that Taylor Horton Tucker ain't get Jordan. At least he got his money. He got his money's worth out of being being what he was doing. If you're building a team, do you want to pay casual? Would you bring Jordan Poole in for the money that he's getting? Who would you trade him for?
Absolutely not.
Trying to build?
Absolutely not.
No. Come on, ridiculous. He's fleecing right now. He did good for himself. He got that contract in Golden State.
Right. And he was playing like a player that they did feel like could be a piece of their core for the future. It just so happened, factors got him. Yeah, factors that he
went out the window to got snuffed.
Yeah, factors he could control to a certain extent caused him to get kicked out of there. And so yeah, he's on one of the worst contracts, but at the time, I mean, it did make sense at
I think he's still suffering from a concussion from that Draymond Poole rocked him in the grill, like knocked the pills.
He had a conversation with a real man and he pissed the real man off.
I mean, some of the things that he's done this season, as far as like has actually tried in the basketball court that have ended miserably, don't reflect the dude who has the same level of basketball competency that he had when he was on Golden State. So
he was doing the same thing. He was doing the same thing in Golden State.
Nah, he wasn't doing anything in
Golden State. No, he was going to go. If you get a chance, go and look at his lowlights when he was playing in Golden State.
All right, I'll do that. Maybe your point is that his lowlights didn't stand out as much because he didn't have the ball as much.
They were winning. They were winning.
I distinctly remember watching games. Like I remember how his value built. I remember how his value built in Golden State. He was legitimately able to run the offense in the absence of Steph Curry. He wasn't out here trying some of these damn ridiculous ass. I mean, that move that he tried to do on Porzingis, that's ridiculous. Like, what are you doing out there, bro? That's ridiculous. It's absurd. His fast break, just slide into first move. Like, what the F? Where did that? I just never seen him do that. He just is trying to do too much. I think that he has some. I think he had some ambitious moves when he was on Golden State for sure. I mean, he did do things that were kind of in the same realm with his ambitiousness, casual. But it just seems like he's just completely, been exposed over in Washington. And I don't think that he's the best player on that team. I think that Kuzma's the best player on that team. Period.
Kuzma for sure is the best. Kuzma's for sure the best player. Actually, he's not. Argument we made. He's not even the best. He's not even the third best player. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I probably would agree with you. And that's sad because he's the. I mean, salary wise, you want to see who the star's supposed to be. Look at their salary. I'm gonna be honest with you. Him and Ben Simmons, man, they're doing a disservice to
don't compare him to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons
salaries.
As far as the contract, okay, yeah, that's fair. Never mind. Yeah,
no, I mean these guys are way. They're overvalued, crazy. Like, they don't deserve that money at all, honestly. I mean, what I'm saying is, as them being a disservice, it makes me think if I'm the league, I might need to go up and figure out, hey, is there a way that we can like these guys aren't the value that they have right now. I need to figure out something I could do to protect myself from having ridiculous contracts like these. I mean, $200 million for you guys to be as uncommitted and terrible as you are. I mean, it's just sad.
Yeah.
But the thing about that money though, Quiz, it has to go to somebody. Somebody got to get it.
But it shouldn't be them. That's what I'm saying. If I'm an owner, I might need to sit down with the league and be like, look, if I'm the Nets, like, look, this guy ain't even the top 3 best player on my team by any metric that you look at. He don't play good when he do play. You know what I mean? He don't even try to compete. So I mean, like, I'd rather reallocate. I mean, if that's the case, from a business standpoint, I'm like, I'd be interested in finding a way to reallocate that money towards somebody. I mean, if I got to pay that money anyway, I'd much rather pay some of that money to Cam Thomas or, Mikal Bridges or dudes who actually really are contributing. I mean, if you're not even the top 5 player on my team by any metric, whether availability or productivity, then I'm just, I'm just not happy with that, because you have no real trade value. Like, who wants Ben Simmons?
But Ben Simmons is a top 5 player on the Brooklyn Nets when he plays. He just doesn't play.
Oh my goodness, casual.
Like Jordan Poole, I can vibe with you, but
casual.
It's like, give Casual a break, Quiz. Like
Jordan Poole.
I will say that Ben Simmons. All right, if you want to say top 5, but he definitely ain't top 3, and he don't play, and he don't produce when he do play. What does he do?
He does produce. What are you judging? What are you judging Ben Simmons?
First off, he does not. First off, he doesn't freaking play. All right. One, he doesn't play.
We agree there.
First part is he doesn't play. He's never available. 2, when he does play, all right. When he does play, in fact, only because I'm on this stream, I can't go in. I could actually pull up a card and actually go and show you the game log from this dude. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Come on. So I got. You know what? I'll do it for you.
Go ahead. Start from his last game and let's go backwards. Go ahead. Take a look at.
You want to start from his last game?
Go from most current. Go back and let's go look at his last 5 games. And Dex, you tell me if this is a dude that you want, that you feel as though should be getting this money.
His last game in Memphis, coming off the bench, only playing 14 minutes, he gave you 4 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists on 100% from the field.
All right.
The game before that against Minnesota, only playing 15 minutes coming off the bench, he gave you 4 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, and a block shooting 33% from the field.
And that was one of his better games.
No, actually, he's played better than that before.
He has.
Yeah. Before that, when he played Toronto, he played 21 minutes. He gave you 2 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists on 50% from the field. He only attempted 2 shots.
That sounds worthy of being a top player on your team.
Against Boston, he gave you 5 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, shooting 20% from the field. The game before that, against San Antonio, he gave you 13 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, shooting 85% from the field.
All right, we can stop there. In that sample size, you can see he has potential to do a few things, but not much. And you're not even playing a dude over 25 or 30 minutes. And there's a reason for that.
He played.
Did you hear, Dex? Did you hear some of those shooting percentages that he gave?
Yeah. Casual, address that. Why Ben Simmons, once touted as a LeBron James without a jump shot, not getting adequate minutes for his
because one, I don't think that this team is best suited for him. 2, I think his injury, I don't know what's going on with his injury. I couldn't even begin to tell you. 1 minute his back feels healed, the next minute he's out because of back spasms, and the next minute he's out because of knee problems. I have zero idea. But what I will say is when he's on the court, his responsibility is not to score the ball. So if you're looking at his scoring numbers or his efficiency, you're losing me. But what I can say is throughout the majority of the season that he has played, he's only played 15 games. So his availability, I agree with you there. You're not getting that from me.
But 5 of those 15 games you're talking about.
When he is on the court, he's giving you great defense. He's giving you great rebounding while giving you an additional playmaker, which the Brooklyn Nets desperately need. So
but the thing that you're not talking about is when you actually look at the games and you're actually on the games, the reason why he's not getting these minutes is because they freaking lose. He is a perpetual freaking, if you want to lose a basketball game, put him out there not to shoot. He can grab a couple of rebounds. He can get you a couple assists, not consistently. He can get you maybe a steal or a block here or there. But you're freaking down by 15. You're down by 15 points.
They're 6 and 6 when he plays.
The Nets are terrible, and they're worse when he's on the court with all of those numbers that you're talking about. And he's only played 15 minutes, and he can't even stay on the court. Like, come on, what are we? This is disgusting. He never this back injury you're talking about.
But if you say availability, but you're talking about availability, and I'm not fighting it. I don't know. I don't know why.
I'm not even.
We're talking about when he's on the court.
I'm saying when he's on the court. I will say this because
his problem is availability. It's not when he's on the court. When he's on
there was a period in time.
Jordan Poole, whether he's on the court, actually, it would be a positive if he didn't play. Ben Simmons should not be compared to Jordan Poole. Because if Ben Simmons was on the court, he would be far more valuable than Jordan Poole.
No, you think so?
Great. Totally disagree.
He provides.
You're not talking about the Ben Simmons that we're looking at now. You're talking about a healthy Ben Simmons and a healthy Jordan Poole.
I'm saying if a healthy Ben Simmons is available, he's
I got you.
Ben Simmons was healthy at one point this year in 2 of them 15 games.
He's been healthy this month.
In two of those 15 games, he was healthy. He doesn't produce anything. He does not produce anything consistently for you at all. If you're the Nets,
wait, can you say that again? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. You lost me. What
I said? He does not contribute. He does not contribute anything.
You said 2 to 15 games. What 2 to 15 games? What are you talking about?
You said he said he played 15 games a season. We just went through this. Right. Yeah, we went through he played 15 games a season, right? Mm-hmm. We just went through the past, we just went through the past 5 games he played, right? That leaves 10 other games. I wasn't even being serious. I wasn't even being serious. I said that the dude was healthy in 2 of the I said he was completely healthy in 2 of these 15 games he's played. At least he's been completely healthy in at least 2 of these 15 games he played before all of a sudden his mysterious back ailment, which wasn't a basketball-related injury to begin with, mind you, because when he got traded from Philly, he didn't have a back injury. But when he got to the Nets, suddenly, mysteriously, he got a back injury that happened when he wasn't even playing, because prior to that, he was
And a head injury. Don't forget he had a head injury.
Yeah,
He had cerebral problems.
No. When the reason why he was sitting out for so long in Philly, and remember that's why he stopped getting fined for missing practices and games, was because he applied for injury for an injury. He literally acquired
that injury
yes,
that he
got
noted
was
that
not
no basketball. Listen, that's a whole bunch. Look, if you
he wasn't getting fined because he claimed he had mental health issues. That's why he stopped the fine.
You want to buy into that?
No. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I will give you the exact date. I'll give you the exact date.
Okay, go ahead, Crash. You'll look it up. I'm saying because he had the health issue, so they had to back up off that fine.
No, that's exactly the reason why.
But remember the 76ers didn't. The 76ers fought that plea. They fought that plea.
Yeah, we remember what happened. It's not like, it's not like
Lakers up 90-88. Anthony Davis with 30 points, and we still inside the 3 minutes of the third quarter.
There we go, AD.
Corey Kispert at the free throw line, though.
Yeah, Lakers still have the lead, 92-89.
Yes, October 21st, 2021, Philadelphia 76ers guard Ben Simmons reportedly dealing with back tightness after getting kicked out of practice Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Right. The same practice he had his cell phone in his pocket. Remember that?
Ben Simmons reportedly told 76ers he's dealing with back tightness amid standoff.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to say that Ben Simmons you've been talking about these injuries, I'm staying out of that because Dex will tell you, and Big Al will tell you, and anybody else on this platform that knows me by now will tell you I stay away. I'm not doing a narrative talk. What I will tell you is if he's injured, but when he does play, he is productive. I'm going to judge him based off of what he does when he is playing. If you're arguing availability, you won't get no argument from me whatsoever.
So, okay, let me ask you this thing, Casual. Why did Jacques Vaughn put Ben Simmons on the bench?
Because Jacques Vaughn's on the Jacques Vaughn didn't put him on the bench. The new head coach, because remember they fired Jacques Vaughn. Yeah, they did.
No. Before. When Jacques Vaughn got that job, right? And KD.
Okay. Jacques Vaughn.
You remember?
He was
starting.
KD
and Kyrie
starting with KD.
I know he was starting. I know he was starting. And then Jacques put him on the bench. Jacques Vaughn's a point guard. So something didn't mesh. Why would he put a player that you saying that's productive on the bench, and he's a point guard and the coach is a point guard, but they couldn't see eye to eye on what you might consider productivity and what Jacques Vaughn considered productivity? Because Jacques Vaughn benched him.
The only thing you really play Ben for these days is defense.
It was only 9 games. It was only 9 games. I'm trying to see if I can find out exactly.
Yeah, go ahead. Just look up Jacques Vaughn bench Ben Simmons. Sorry, Ben Simmons getting benched.
Look, I can defend Ben in only certain aspects. This year, he's played a little bit bigger. He's played defense. But you see, the thing is that you got to overlook the elephant in the room. First off, I've already had conversations with Casual, so I already know that Casual likes guys who end the game with 4 points, which is fine. But if you actually watch the guy play, he'll drive, he'll push the ball, he'll come right to the rim and turn around and run out to the 3-point line. He is offensively, he is such a freaking liability. You're literally playing 5-on-4 because he's not going to shoot the ball at all. And he doesn't even present a threat. So it makes things more difficult for the rest of his team. 1, 2, the Nets don't even have a terrible record this year. They don't have a terrible record this year. They win without him. If he's played in these 12 games or whatever, how many games he's played, and he's won 6 and he's lost the rest of them, All right. And the Nets record, they're not down at the bottom with like the Hornets and stuff like that. They win. And maybe that's one of the problems is that they win and they've proven by record that they're a better team without him. I mean, he's good for pick and play situations. I got no problem with that. But as a dude who's making $200,000 a year, I mean, come on, let's be $200 million a year. I mean, to be honest with you, Claxton is better than him. Mikal Bridges is better than him. Cam Thomas is better than him. Yeah, he can give you some.
Matter of fact, you mentioned Cam Thomas. Matter of fact, you mentioned Cam Thomas, and Rap God Reloaded said Cam Thomas in the last 5 games has terrible efficiency from field goals. 50%, 11%, 50%, 36.8, 35.7. I'm kind of confused there.
No, well, listen, Cam Thomas has never been like the incredibly most efficient player. I will agree on that completely. However, if you have 2 eyeballs and watch a basketball game, when a game is competitive, the reason why you put Cam Thomas out there is Cam Thomas is a bucket getter, period, at the end of basketball.
Oh, those are the last 5 games. Okay.
And a lot of the end of the games, if you actually watch the Nets, I don't know how many people actually watch those games. Like Cam Thomas actually really keeps that team in the games. Like Mikal Bridges is good, but Mikal Bridges isn't really like a natural scorer. Cam is actually a lot more aggressive. And I mean, you got to get points from somewhere. This is one of the very few dudes the Nets have that they could depend on putting the bucket in a hole. So he's not always incredibly efficient. And remember that he had a crazy slump that he went in even before going into the All-Star break, especially when you're looking at his last 5 games, because he had a slump where he had one game where he was miserable. He had one game where he was like 3 for 16 or something crazy like that. It was something ridiculous. He had the worst shooting game probably, of anybody. And he even spoke about that in an interview because they, questioned him about how terrible he was. But just like John Starks back in the days with the Knicks, man, you just got to keep on shooting and moving forward. So no, Cam ain't always greatly efficient, but Cam is always competitive. That's one thing you can never say about the kid. You can't say that the dude's not competitive. And you got to actually cover him because you definitely can't leave him alone.
Ben, the reason why Ben got benched in the 22-23 season was because Jacques Vaughn decided to go with the new additions to pair alongside Nicholas Claxton. Spencer Dinwiddie was coming off of one of his best seasons playing with Luka Doncic in the Dallas Mavericks. So was Dorian Finney-Smith. So they got the nod over Ben Simmons at the point guard and forward spot. And then obviously Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges we're going to get those last 2 spots because those were the best players that the Nets had at those respective positions at the 2 and 3 spot. So that's why he did it. And he said that he also believed that Ben Simmons, who at that point was averaging 7, 6, and 6 while he was playing, would be a much needed addition to the bench, and that him and Cam Thomas could be able to flourish together. So that was why he did that. But
there's parts of that story that's missing, Casual. As actual people who watch the basketball, right? Before that trade, remember they traded your boy KD. Remember that? Remember when they traded KD? Ben already wasn't playing. What are we talking about? He already wasn't playing.
That's not true.
Wasn't playing.
That's
he
not
wasn't
true.
Even playing at that point.
Oh, no. Oh, was he dealing with injury that year? Yeah, but that's not true. That when he did play while KD was there, he was starting.
When they traded KD and they bought those players, Ben wasn't even playing. He wasn't even playing, and even if he was playing, he wasn't playing no real minutes on that team at all. He was barely playing when they made that trade with KD and Kyrie, when they got rid of everybody and bought all those Suns players over there.
He averaged 27 minutes while KD was there.
I don't know at what point that was, but I remember when KD left out
the entire time that KD was there.
Because I'm gonna tell you who was playing. I can tell you who was playing. KD, Kyrie, and remember, Cam Thomas started going on that 40 game tear. He went on a tear where he had like 4 to 5 games where he dropped over 40. Cam Thomas was playing for sure.
Ben Simmons from the start of the season. I'm gonna tell you right now. Give me a second. Ben Simmons from the start of the season all the way till the end of February or to February 15th, he was starting.
Casual. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna need to go through all of those. I mean, he probably was playing some points, but I remember distinctly. I was watching those teams. Me and Dex was having debates.
Exactly.
When
We
KD left,
Yeah.
Cam Thomas dropped like 40. Then he came back and dropped like 45. Then he came back and dropped like 43. And they didn't have any players. And so if Ben Simmons was healthy, why wasn't he playing then? Because he wasn't playing in them games. He ain't playing them games.
Jock Vaughn was at his wits' end dealing with Ben Simmons.
Okay, all right.
Casual. I'm not even like debating you or trying to beat you up. But
no, it's not that. I'm talking more. I'm caping more for Ben Simmons than I would like.
It's okay.
Ben
I got you. I used to like Ben Simmons like that too. Casual.
No way, Rap God, stop it.
My brother and my dad used to cap for that too.
Nigga played 40. He played 40. He played 42. No, for real, Jockey is fired. But he played 40. He played 42 games. Like I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. Like even like regardless of anything that you're trying to debate, I mean, it's a known fact when he is healthy, he's above average or good defender, along while giving you good to great playmaking, or good to great passing, or good to great rebounding. Like he has usage on the floor. The problem is he just doesn't play. Like that it just is what it is. Like at this point, we're just arguing semantics.
Well, I mean, somewhat. I mean, you think that he provides you value, but I promise you right now, you couldn't trade that guy for a pack of Franks. I got some old.
And it better not be no Jimmy Dean Franks.
Listen, I got some old used up, chewed up bubble gum. I'll trade you for Ben Simmons.
No disrespect PJ Tucker like that, Nico Salve. Don't disrespect PJ Tucker like that. He ain't did nothing.
Nico is crazy. Rap God is crazy. Quiz, Rap God said, Quiz has turned into an old head.
Officially, absolutely. What do you think? You young heads want me to tell you about how great Bum Simmons is? Come on. You got to remember, I'm from New York. I actually watched this dude play. I got to hear my family and and my friends complain to me about why their team is terrible. And I have to actually check in and look at some of that disgusting basketball every now and then.
Shit, that's Brooklyn fault. Shit, they fumbled the big bag with this one.
They damn sure did. And the thing is that Brooklyn actually got some. In Brooklyn's defense, Brooklyn got some players who can actually play. They got tons of defensive assets over there. I mean, most of the dudes in their team could play defense, with the exception of Cam Thomas. And they have draft picks because when they made these trades, they have all kinds of picks and stuff like that down the pipeline too. And they've shown that they actually are pretty good at most of their picks. It's just that they got stuck holding a hot potato on this Ben Simmons thing. And I mean, we could speculate on how good he is, but I mean, you talking about like the old the Ben Simmons over there, the Ben Simmons these past couple of
games. Quiz, you need to ask Casual what version of Ben Simmons is he referring to? Shout out to Coffee.
I'm referring to the Ben Simmons that played. Ben Simmons is athletic Boris Diaz. Crazy. Ben Simmons is the LeBron James of Boris Diaz.
That's crazy.
I'm referring to the Ben Simmons that played.
He said a Boris Diop. What you know about Boris Diop? Rap God reloaded.
Yeah, I'll sleep on my boy Rap God. Rap God knows. He's sleeping on my boy.
So the Ben Simmons who plays this season, who doesn't shoot the ball at all in the fourth quarter.
It's never shot. He's never been.
Not really playing. Who's not really
outside of his rookie year. He's never.
Lakers 101, Washington 95.
Attempt shots.
If we're playing a game of 3-on-1, 21, or any sort of pickup game, I'm from New York. And we all know at the end of a basketball game, there comes time to win. My issue with Ben Simmons is that dude, I guess because wherever he played, this dude don't know how to win no basketball. That's the reason why you would pass up a dunk with little ass Trae Young on you. You know what I mean? For an assist in a critical moment and he never plays good in the playoffs. It wasn't like it was a mystery to me. But yeah, he's he ain't it. Like the Ben Simmons that I would defend is the Ben Simmons who came into this league. The Ben Simmons who the Sixers initially got, who would actually be a transitional threat, who actually would come down the damn lane on a fast break and actually dunk on you. I ain't seen that Ben Simmons in years. The dude will come down leading a fast break now. I mean, all you gotta do is watch a game. He'll come down and lead a fast break right now and turn around and turn the other way in front of the rim. I don't even understand where he learned to play back. I don't know if it's just that he lost his heart. I think it's like Dex said, it's that head injury or whatever. But he just does not play like, come on, you can't play like that in the tri-state area, not in New York. New Yorkers will call you out on that stuff. He's just not a competitive basketball player. And that's not even me capping for him. That's not because I don't like him or anything like that.
He played in two of the worst markets, New York and Philly. You know what I'm saying? Those fans will castigate you.
Those people know basketball, and you know
they will castigate your ass.
The fourth quarter, he's terrible. Like, seriously, even now. All you got to do is watch the games. Forget about these numbers. Turn on the game and take a look at it. And you tell me why Ben Simmons ain't playing. You can see it clearly with your own eyes.
And you can see, you can see that he brings some level of value. He's just not on the floor nearly enough for you to be able to decide what the fuck to do with him. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Well, he can't play closeout basketball because he
doesn't have to play closeout basketball, bro. He doesn't.
I mean, that's part of the reason why his minutes are low. Like, they don't trust him playing him in the fourth.
All right. So if you and I both understand that his play style that's just something that you got to accept. He can't be one of and playing closing minutes. Then, like, what do we do? Like Jonathan Isaac for Orlando Magic, he like Ben Simmons plays great defense when he's on the floor. The problem is he just can't stay on the floor. So now you have to figure out what to do with him, how to utilize him.
Now
it is what it is.
Now we're having a more constructive conversation, Casual. And what they've done to the defense of the coaching over there is they tried to move Ben out of the point guard to try to play him more like a power forward. And he was playing the center for a little bit while Claxton was down. And they get some good value out of him defensively, but that's the whole thing. It's like he's become, I don't know what it is with this dude. He needs to reevaluate something. I don't know what kind of basketball camp he should go to as a pro.
Was that a goaltend, Dex?
Yeah, they called a goaltend. Yes.
It
was close.
Every offseason,
it was. I don't think it was going down though. I don't think it was going down. Say it again, Quiz. I'm sorry.
I was saying every offseason, Ben Simmons shows us a clip of him shooting the basketball, and then he gets onto the court and proceeds to just never do that at all. And
that's a good point. That's a good point, Quiz. I was going to bring that up. That's a good point. He always do that every summer, right? Every offseason.
Yeah, they need to stop. They need to stop doing it. At this point, they're setting them up for failure. They're setting them up for failure.
I don't wish the worst for him, but I don't know. Ben Simmons he's on a lifeline. Like, he's gonna have to figure it out on his own, because he should be hands down the best player on the Nets. There shouldn't even be a debate about that. He should be hands down the best player on that team.
I tell you what, Jordan Poole, like these last few games, I'm not saying this nigga is finna be whatever the fuck they thought he was gonna be, but he's starting to figure out like less is more when it comes to his dribbling moves.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Starting to figure that out.
I think that for Jordan Poole is kind of a wake up call. So I mean him fluctuating is fine. I don't think that Jordan Poole is like an absolute terrible player, but I think that maybe the realities start to hit him. Like, you are the main dude, the spotlight is on you, and I mean,
you see that pass LeBron just did?
That's
IQ right there.
You talking about that
him and Teron Prince?
Hold on, let me see. I don't think
that's high IQ.
You talking about is it coming out the post?
Yep.
That wasn't Torian Prince. That was D'Lo.
Oh, that was D'Lo? That was Torian Prince.
The one that just drove in? He drove in?
No, not driving. It was a slash.
I might be behind you or in front of you. Is it? Did they call timeout already?
Yep. Timeout. Yep. 8:31.
It might be a replay. 8:30. Yeah, it's 8:31 right now. No, that was D'Lo. LeBron was on the right side of the court.
Yeah, that's it.
Sitting on the post, and he got into he faced up on, I want to say that was Denny.
Whoever it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was a night pass to a cutting D'Angelo Russell.
Okay, that was D'Lo. Okay, yeah, that's what you call high IQ basketball.
Yes, absolutely, 1000%.
The Lakers got a good.
No, I to be honest with you, I don't like the way that the Brooklyn Nets have gone about the
Quiz
season.
jumped off. Quiz, get back on.
Oh,
Casual ain't done with you.
nah, I don't like I don't like how the Brooklyn Nets. Well, let me just say this real quick, chat. I want y'all to understand something. When I come up on here, I'm not trying to argue with y'all. I'm really not. I'm not trying to make anybody look stupid or anything like that. It's just, if I have my beliefs, you have your beliefs. I lay out the reasons for my beliefs and why I stand on mine, and you do the same. And we go from there on that conversation. Now, if we agree to disagree on a situation and it's just a standoff, at that point, my hands are up. I give up. I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth with you to force you to believe something that you just obviously don't believe. Like, if you don't believe that Ben Simmons is more than just your typical player, and he doesn't have to score to have his impact showcase, then we'll just agree to disagree at that point. Because there's not enough time in the world for me to but for me to show you how the fundamentals or the foundation that I went through to come to that conclusion. There's no way that I don't have enough time on this show to do that. So at that point, you got it. Like, I'm not going to do that.
So the Lakers holding the lead by 6, 110 to 104, 8 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Anthony Davis is out here having a tremendous night, 34 points, 11 rebounds, and he has several blocks. LeBron James sits at 21 and D'Angelo Russell sits at 20. So the Lakers got 3 players in 20 or more points out of the starting 5.
Damn, I wish AD would play like this more often on the offensive end. Rap God says, to be fair, the Nets haven't built this roster towards his strengths. I don't think they need to build it towards Ben Simmons' strength. I don't think Ben Simmons is the franchise player that you should. He's not worthy of being the focal point of a roster. But I do think he can be a pivotal piece. Similar to Draymond Green, you didn't have to build a roster around him for his strengths to be on full display. Like, you put him around the right system, and he can be of service to you. Problem is, the Brooklyn Nets don't know what the hell they want to do. They don't know whether they want to build the roster around Mikal Bridges. They don't know if they want to build the roster around Nicholas Claxton, Ben Simmons. They don't know if they want
Nicholas Claxton. How he even be considered?
Say it again.
I say Nick Claxton. How can he even be considered to build a roster around?
Agree. Well, no, I think you can build a roster around Nicholas Claxton, but it wouldn't be a championship. It wouldn't be a championship roster.
I mean, you can build a roster around anybody. That's what I'm talking about. The main goal is to be competitive.
Like for instance, like, you could build a roster around Evan Mobley, right, for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But he's a scorer. Evan Mobley can score.
No, he can't. Not like that. No. Like 0 to 5 feet is his range. Similar to Nicholas Claxton. They're virtually.
Come on, casual.
No.
Claxton and Evan Mobley is incomparable.
No. Evan Mobley.
Okay, look it up.
I'm saying offensively, Evan Mobley is not what you think he is, and neither is Nicholas Claxton. Where they separate.
Nicholas Claxton is only a lob threat. That's it.
And so is Evan Mobley.
No, Evan Mobley can score out the post. And he got and Evan Mobley got a little midi.
Who?
Evan Mobley? Not no long mid range. He got a midi from 10 feet in or 12 feet in. He can shoot that.
Not efficiently. He can shoot it, but it won't be efficient.
But Nick Claxton won't even attempt.
Yes, because that's not his role. It's not his
That's
role.
what I'm trying to say. At least Evan Mobley have an expanded game.
Okay. Evan Mobley has to shoot those because him and Jared Allen are taking up a lot of space in the paint, right?
That's
So
right.
somebody has
That's
to
right.
be the one. Yeah, so somebody has to be the one to space out a little bit, right? That's Evan Mobley.
That's true.
And Nicholas Claxton's case, especially with Ben Simmons not being on the floor with him, he has a plethora of floor spacing. So there's no reason for him to shoot those middies.
But he didn't do it even when he was playing with Kyrie Irving.
Even when he was playing, but when he was playing with Kyrie Irving and KD were taking that is about the most lethal floor spacing outside of having Stephen Curry with KD that you could possibly ask for, right? So Nicholas Claxton again had no reason for him to shoot middies. Evan Mobley is playing with another big man.
So are you insinuating? Insinuating, Casual, that Nicholas Claxton has an expansive game?
No,
he's not just a rim runner.
No, I'm not.
I'm not saying he's better than nobody. I'm talking about him personally. I'm encapsulating his game.
No.
He's just a rim runner, right?
Who Nicholas Claxton is now, he can be a better version of it, but it's who he is. He's a
rim runner.
He's a lob threat.
That's a rim runner.
Absolutely. That's fine. He's a rim runner or a lob threat who can who specializes in the defensive end as a rim protector and a switchable big. He's a switchable big. Evan Mobley is the same thing, but he has a much higher ceiling than Nicholas Claxton.
In a bigger role.
Absolutely. But as of right now, they're virtually the same player. The separator is the fact that Evan Mobley is like a top 10 defender. Nicholas Claxton is like a top 15, top 20.
So right now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are where they are because of who?
Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen.
And how far you think they can go?
Second round at best.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, because I think once they get to the second round, if they see either Miami, Milwaukee, or Boston, they're getting knocked out.
You don't think they could beat Boston? You don't think that'd be a bad matchup for Boston, Cleveland?
No. Mm-mm.
So who's the bad matchup for Boston? Who's Boston Achilles heel? Miami. Lakers are opening this game. Oh, LeBron. Oh, he missed it though. Lakers are opening this game up right now. 116-108.
Oh shoot. I haven't even seen it then. Where's Moran? Where are you at? Oh, okay. Here it goes. Oh, man.
He supposed to make that though.
He dunked on somebody.
No, I'm saying he's supposed to make that shot. He got to make that. Because he's coming down like a freight train.
Check. Dex over here teasing shit. He talking about
yeah, that's why I was like, ooh, because he missed it. I mean, he came down like a freight train, but he couldn't close the deal.
Yeah, old LeBron would be able to dunk on somebody on that one. But
LeBron got 23 though. He got 23 right now.
Yeah. No, this is a complete showcase for the Lakers. I'm interested to see what the how the Wizards can be able to make a late surge. It's 5:58. There's still time on the clock.
Shit, Wizards coming back. They're only down 4.
I keep forgetting you're ahead of me. Shit. Just ruining it.
They ain't going nowhere. Anthony Davis haven't scored in I don't know how long.
Rap God, give us something to talk about.
Bro. There you go, Bron. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the Bron I'm talking about.
Give us something to talk about, Chad.
Well, he showed the stats of Claxton and Mobley, and he said their stats are comparable, which is true. They are comparable.
And they have the exact same true shooting percentage, 62.4. Both are great. Both are great. But Evan Mobley has his ceiling is so much higher. It's just a matter of whether he's going to realize it or not. Kyle Kuzma's posting up Austin Reeves. Is he going to make this, Dex? Oh no, he passed it to Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley made it. Never mind. 118 to 114.
Yeah, yeah, Lakers got the ball. Here come Braun. Here come Braun. Oh, Braun couldn't finish. Boy, they out there challenging the old man. Oh shit. Wizards back in the game. They down by 1. Darvin Ham called timeout. He's like, oh hell no. Tyus Jones hit it from the distance. But LeBron thought he can get the foul.
Why
but
is hold on? You want to know what's fucking him over? Why the hell is Bron still on the other side of the court?
because he's 40 years old.
Bro, but
That's an executive decisions, casual.
I hear you. But things like that,
But that's a foul right there, though. That should have been a foul.
That's okay, but you don't just sit there and whine and just give
I
up
know.
on the entire play.
Yeah. But he wasn't gonna get back no way.
These are the type of games, and that's the type of possession where if you lose this game,
yep,
you don't wish at the end of the season that you had this back.
Yep. But he wasn't going to make it back though. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he can make an effort, and so he's thinking, man, why waste the effort going back when he got?
They just replayed it. Braun was still standing up. He didn't fall on the floor, nothing like that. He was still up after he missed the layup, and he started immediately whining to the referee and didn't move.
But the ball was already gone.
No,
and he wasn't going to catch up to be a part of that play because it was a fast break.
The player that contested it was back there with him. He just decided to get up and run.
You think LeBron can keep up with that with Ty Jones?
Yes. He just kept up with. Hold on. On the offensive end, when they were on a fast break, he ain't failed to keep up then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He made an executive decision. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, and that executive.
See, look, he's right there. He's standing. See, he's standing right there.
And that's an executive decision that if they end up losing, he gonna have to take that bullet. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, LeBron got a tech too.
And now it's a tie game.
Yep. Or Darvin Ham got the tech. One of them got the tech.
Why did
they were just up by 8?
Like he was gonna shoot it?
Lakers was up by 8, and they just squandered a golden opportunity to punch out the Washington Wizards.
And now it's a tie game. Rap God says, Do you see Toronto and Charlotte improving this offseason? I can see them improving this offseason. The question that I ask is how significant is the improvement? Is Charlotte going to do what needs to be done as far as going the route of being patient, right? And going and building through the draft, getting some young assets, maybe trading off one or two pieces like a Miles Bridges, doing a sign and trade to get somebody that can be you know what I'm saying, that can build with LaMelo and Brandon Miller and Mark Williams. Are they gonna do what needs to be done in the sense of getting them an extra big to play alongside Nick Smith Jr. With the second unit? Are they gonna do what needs to be done to basically shore up certain spots so that they can have some level of consistency? That's my main question when it comes to Charlotte. In the form of Toronto, all they need to do is just get some more floor spacing, because I think it's a great thing that I'm seeing having Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett to pair alongside Scotty Barnes, and even Jakob Poeltl still being there. I don't mind, but they need a little more floor spacing at the 2 spot. Or if you're going to have RJ Barrett at the 2 spot, you need some floor spacing at the 3 or 4 spot, somewhere to give Scotty Barnes maximum spacing, so that going into next season, we can be able to see what he looks like with an open court with more space. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my questions are for those two. But do I think that they can improve this all season? Absolutely. I mean, there's tons of role players that are going to be available this season. This off season. They should be able to do it. Lakers are going against my Bucks next Friday, though. So whoever's a Lakers fan, I'm sorry, but I will be talking shit. It's just gonna happen. Sorry, man. All they need is Jello. Nico, you're a troll. You're a troll, brother.
Now, Nico mean what he say?
No, he don't. I respect Nico too much to believe that that's his take. I agree, Rob God. This game should not be close. Blame our GOAT. Blame our GOAT, LeBron James. Blame him.
Oh my God. Washington just took the lead. Kyle
No.
Kuzma.
Ooh, that was a good shot. That was a good shot.
Now Washington has the ball with the lead up by the narrowest of margin. 121 to 120.
Where the hell is LeBron?
Oh, Washington scores again. The district take a 3-point lead. Kyle Kuzma again. Welcome home, Kyle Kuzma in the district uniform.
That is a great take to the rim. That is a great
Anthony,
take. Where the hell
AR-15 is getting
LeBron
revved up.
James?
Oh, Quiz is back.
Oh, good finish.
Quiz back for more.
Good
Yeah,
finish,
I just figured out close out this game with you, Dex. Man, put some respect on my boy Kuz's name.
Why would you
Kuz got
take
4
that?
blocks in
Hey,
this
he
game,
ain't
yo.
playing light skin. He ain't playing light skin tonight.
The thing I always liked about Kuz is because Kuz has always been a gutsy dude who didn't mind taking shots like in big moments and stuff like that. He always seems to like he wants to be in those situations. That's what I like about Kuzma.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the Lakers closeout. Yeah.
This nigga
He's
is
got
crazy,
4 blocks
though.
in this game. He's actually had a pretty pedestrian game, but he's starting to heat up. But he has 4 blocks in this game, and that's the thing. Another thing I like about Kuz. Kuz not
Stop
scared to play some defense.
relying on D'Angelo, bro. What is wrong with y'all?
LeBron is not in the game.
Why isn't he in the game?
Well, he played to start the 4th pretty much, didn't he? He played a lot of minutes in the 4th so far.
AD is still on the floor, so why is LeBron getting time off?
I don't know. Maybe
Hey, who is this Washington coach? Who is this coach for Washington?
Wes Unseld Jr.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Or let me
It's
check.
it's a white guy coaching.
Let me check.
Wes also got his head cracked.
He got fired.
He over there with Jock Vaughn sipping Moscow
Oh
weed.
yeah, they moved him to front office advisory role. Hold on. Who's the new head coach?
Lakers down 1. Fast clock engaged. Jordan Poole with the ball at the logo. Let's see how this one's going to end.
Here we go.
Brian Keefe. That sounds like a white name. Named interim replacement.
Oh my God, Jordan Poole from the distance. 43 seconds left to go. He flexes his muscle. The district is up 126, 124. 43 seconds left to go. Fast clock engaged. Let's see how this game finish out. This was a terrible upset.
It ain't over yet.
Oh, he blocked LeBron.
Uh-oh.
He made LeBron shit his pants.
Who, Kuzma?
Shit his pants is nuts.
Who, Kuzma?
Oh my God.
Who got the block?
I'm gonna tell you.
Bagley.
All right. Bagley been playing good this game?
Bagley out there looking like a wild man.
I got to pick Bagley up.
Washington is trying to play defense.
It
28 seconds. 25 seconds. AR Reed. Oh, AR-15. Oh, my God. Austin Powers is in the building. 126, 126. The district with the ball, Jordan Poole, the man of the night for the Washington Wizards, 30-plus points, got the ball at the logo as Reeves looked to try to defend. And let's see what happens here. Who will come out victorious?
Are we going to overtime?
4.7 seconds.
Chat, we're going to overtime?
4.7 seconds.
What's happening? They didn't get a shot up?
Jordan Poole with 6
seconds.
Timeout. Yeah,
good timeout. Good timeout.
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. The shot that Jordan Poole got, it was actually a pretty good shot. It was a good shot.
So they got this. So they have a full shot clock plus.
No. It's 4.7 seconds.
But they have the ball and they don't have a shot clock that they're running against, right?
No. It's 4.7 seconds left in the game. Washington's ball when they come out of timeout.
I don't know what the shot clock says right now.
Are you not watching the game, Quiz?
No, I'm not. I'm listening to it. I'm listening to the game with y'all.
This is the last
shit.
day of February. We are currently in a leap year.
I can tell you. I can put the whatchamacallit in the private chat if you want to watch the game.
What, you have a link for one of those streamer channels?
You can't talk like that, Quiz. Come on now.
Nah, my streamer channel.
You got to read between the lines, Quiz. You can't just put it out there like that.
Look, Dex. Come on now.
Quiz acting square.
All right, private chat.
Yeah, go to private chat. Come on now.
Somebody's trying to come in here. Oh, devastating.
We can share.
What's going on, devastating?
We can share the well.
The Lakers on the ropes right now.
The Lakers finna drop this one. No overtime.
Oh, overtime. It's overtime. We got overtime. They failed to execute on the last play. Jordan Poole dribbles so much and Jordan Poole shoots, and no, he airballs it. So we got 5 more minutes, devastating.
This is crazy.
5 more minutes of Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma, the light-skinned bros, not the passport bros, but the light-skinned bros.
You know, it's so sad, man. Like, if these guys will learn, man, basketball is a team sport, man. You know, if you can set up easy shots for your teammates. You don't got to be the hero all of the time.
Nah, that I'm not even gonna lie to you. That wasn't even the case. He saw LeBron on him and he got scared.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. LeBron intimidated him.
If we're gonna be honest, here, LeBron wasn't even guarding him that well that he couldn't have gone past him.
But listen, casual. Isn't that what you want? You want the star of your team to shut down the hottest player on the other team. And that's what we got in that last matchup for 4 seconds.
I want my star player to not whine about a whole foul for a whole 30 seconds that the other team gets the rebound and goes down the court and able to play 5-on-4.
I agree with that too.
That was a bad judgment on LeBron James. We understand. But LeBron James made up for that. He made up for it. He got the bucket back. And then he shut down the hottest player on the team who was killing the Lakers all night.
No, he did not get that bucket. No, he didn't. Austin Reeves saved his ass. Austin Reeves saved his ass.
Yeah,
no, not that one. He got the bucket back. He got a bucket. He got a layup.
What about the one he got blocked by Bagley?
No, after that. Bagley come after that. Yeah, no, I'm talking about after that.
Austin Reeves, and then guess what? Guess what happened, Quiz? Austin Reeves came that next play, and he did what LeBron couldn't on the same person that blocked LeBron shit, and he made the layup. Austin Reeves saving his ass, man.
It was him.
Y'all gonna get off LeBron.
You gonna?
I'm finna tell y'all that right now. This ain't gonna go well for you. LeBron doing this thing. He shut down Jordan Poole when he needed the most. Jordan Poole got 34 points tonight.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Jordan Poole falling in love with this damn three. Y'all know he's taken 10 threes so far.
Yeah, well, you know, he likes.
Well, no. 11. I'm sorry. He's taking 11.
Yeah, it's
so LeBron gets his kudos.
Hey, can somebody give me the player stats for the Wizards?
All the way down?
Nah, just the box. You know, the top.
Oh, the
5
box
guys.
score. You know the box score?
Yeah, top 5 guys in the box. Points. Assists,
okay, Bagley 23, Kuzma 15, Adija 15, Jones 8, Lemert 4, and
who's leads them in assists?
Jordan Poole got 34.
Right now,
got 20.
Tyus Jones has 10 assists.
And Bagley's got to have like 13 boards.
Bagley has 4 boards.
4
boards. Wow.
Denny has been the best rebounder for the Washington Wizards tonight.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Bagley could do better on those boards. He's usually getting about 10.
Lakers got 3 starters.
Bagley sort of has his hands filled right now.
Well, he's scoring, so I give him that much. He's putting the ball in the bucket at least.
Oh yeah. He's scoring, but also he's having to protect around the rim.
Lakers scored first in the overtime period. Anthony Davis to D'Lo as D'Lo sliced down the lane, 128-126. So Lakers on board first.
They have been killing Washington with this D'Lo back cut. I don't know who's guarding them.
Oh, again for 3. Oh, that was Kuzma. Excuse me. That was Kuzma. See, these light-skinned guys look alike, man. It's hard for me to differentiate.
Yeah, I would figure that the Lakers have the advantage in OT, but I want to see Washington do this. I mean, Kuz said, "Don't be that
No, I
team."
don't want to see Washington
How
do
the
nothing. What are
hell?
you talking about?
How did Rui?
Why would you
How
want
did Rui?
Washington to win, Quiz?
Well,
Washington ain't going nowhere but to the
you're a
lottery.
Lakers fan. You're a Lakers fan, so
How
I
But
did
Washington ain't going
Rui
nowhere to the lottery.
miss that?
yeah, but it's for Kuzma's pride. He tweeted out, "Don't be that team." If he loses this, he's gonna definitely be that team.
That's great. That's great defense by Kyle
He
Kuzma.
gonna
Kyle
definitely be
Kuzma
that
coming down.
team.
Dex, you should
You
know
better make
it's
that.
almost
Oh,
1
it was a
o'clock.
foul. It was a foul. It was a foul. It was a
We
foul.
should be in the showers doing post game press conference right now.
Nah, it's 1 o'clock. We should be on Pornhub.
But instead, we're sitting here in March on March 1st with a team with single-digit wins.
Pulling for them to get their 10th.
They're winning. Yeah, they're winning right now. Devastating.
Crazy.
130 to 128. Kyle Kuzma shooting another free throw.
Hey, devastating. I went to school. I went to school. Devastating. I went to school in DC. I never in a million years thought I'd be rooting for them to win a game in overtime or anything.
That's right. You went to Howard, huh?
I would root for any of their teams.
Jordan,
you went to Howard, right?
That's right.
Jordan Poole is coming.
So they up 3.
Right. Jordan Poole is coming off the bench, right?
Yeah.
How is he doubled? How is he doubled up the starting lineup's leading scorer?
You just should have seen this block by LeBron.
Of it.
On Jordan Poole.
I don't think I've seen it.
No.
Oh, okay. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Oh no, he dunked it. He dunked it, didn't he? Oh,
no. LeBron blocked that shit.
Okay. Because I saw the net move. I saw the net.
LeBron for 3. LeBron for 3. LeBron from the distance. It's tied up again. Yes, LeBron, he got a block, and then he went to offense and got a 3. It's tied up inside the 2-minute zone as we entered the early portion of it. Wizards with the ball. And turnover. The Lakers get the ball back, and they can get the lead. They might can wipe them. They might can wipe them. They might can wipe them here. Let's go, Lakers. Listen, Quiz talking about the district. Quiz up here talking about the district.
Bron is 10 away from 40,000, by the way, chat.
He won't get it this game.
Stop, Rap God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
AD wanted the foul. He don't get the foul, but he get the bucket, and the Lakers regain the lead inside the 2-minute zone as it decreases down to 2:10, and it's getting hectic. Jordan Poole with too many dribbles, and he missed. Rebound AD, and here comes LeBron with the ball, the king, the living legend, the icon of the NBA. Let's see what you're going to do, Bron. Let's go, baby. LBJ in effect. He gives it up to D'Lo. D'Lo post fake. He drives in the lane. D'Lo with the scoop, and D'Lo misses, and there's no foul, and Washington survived that possession. And Jordan Poole, no.
So we're gonna act like Jordan Poole didn't miss a clear as day left-hand layup.
Uncontested.
It was uncontested. It was uncontested.
I got a merch idea, Dex. I'm gonna make a T-shirt with Jordan Poole's face and Kuzma's face on it and call it the Fools Brothers, like how they did the.
Oh my God!
They put them with the black shades on.
We just finished leap year, and Washington is acting like they are possessed.
Oh yeah, he blocked the shit out.
Oh, LeBron took a charge. LeBron just took a charge. Oh no, they call blocking. What an effort by LeBron James getting in the right space at the right time and position himself to take a charge, but the referee saw it otherwise.
Oh, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. You saw that push off by Denny? That should have been a charge. That should have been a charge.
Yep, look at that.
That should have been a charge.
Could they review that?
That should have been a charge.
So he don't have that much pull in the league. He lost that much pull. He can't get a call.
Yeah, you can't sit there. You can't push him. Like you can't adamantly just push him, bro. That was blatant.
But how you don't see that, right? That was blatant. How you don't see him extending his arm?
NFL referees as blind as bats.
The same way they
How you
didn't
don't
see
see that?
the same way they didn't see Dante DiVincenzo dive into Asura Thompson's legs. Shout out to
Rap guy, you know about Misty Stone? She's pretty. She's pretty though. Misty Stone is pretty.
Why did you even acknowledge it? Stop.
Wait a minute. How you know about Misty Stone? You only 17. How you? Let me find out you a porn king.
Man, oh my god.
How the hell you know about Missy Stone, man?
Stop.
She ain't new.
Relax.
Hey, listen, we all went through that stage, man. We all went through that stage where our palms were hairy.
Bro, chat, send something else, man. Send something else.
The Lakers are up 133-131. They up a bucket with 1 minute and 41 seconds left to go in overtime. 11 seconds on the shot clock. And let's see if the execution can be made by Lakers or the Washington Wizards. They're looking at that play to see if Denny Avdija extended his arm.
Avdia. Thank you. Shit.
Mess his name up.
Listen, oh man, I mess up a bunch of these foreigners' names.
You should wait till you hear him call
Oh, Rap God said he's 33. Oh, my bad.
De'Aaron Fox. Wait till you hear him say De'Aaron Fox's name. You want to hear
De'Aaron Fox.
There you go. Do it like clockwork. Never fails.
Oh my god. You know De'Aaron Fox went we went to school together.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I swear it's nothing like when you see a player in the NBA.
Wait a minute, so you're older or younger than him?
We're the same age.
Oh, same age? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, when you say went to school, I'm thinking high school because high school got 4 grades.
Yeah, we came. He graduated in 2016 with me.
Are they going to reverse the call?
Crazy. You went to high school with him? That's even more dope.
Yeah, he went to.
Are they going to reverse the call?
You might have actually really known him.
Oh, I remember. Nah, I won't go that deep. I won't go that crazy. But the
jocks stay with the jocks in college, but in high school, you know what I mean. Everybody just isn't.
Yeah, school. But funny enough, Fox is an anime.
Oh, they reversed the call. Casual. They did call it.
They did.
Offensive.
Okay. Yeah, because that was a blatant push off. That was a blatant push off. But yeah, now Fox. The funny thing is, Fox is an anime head, so he actually had more fun talking with like guys that just they weren't jocks rather than chilling with the jocks. He could hang with both. He was a tweener.
He seems like a cool kid. I like De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. And where was this school at?
Cyprus.
I know where.
No, Cyprus.
I know where's Cyprus. Like
you said Cyprus. Like
it's in Cyprus, Texas. It's a high school. It's a high school named Cyprus.
I understand that, but where's this at? Where is it?
It's in Cyprus, Texas.
Oh, Cyprus, Texas. Okay.
Yeah. It's basically it's Houston, but it's a small town.
I know where Cyprus, Texas is.
Yeah. And so
I know that little area, Cyprus. It's one start with a C.
Only Cypress Hill.
Corpus.
No, Corpus is down south. That's down south.
Yeah. Okay.
Galveston.
That's down south. I know some people that live in Galveston right now. They're millionaires. They live down. They moved from Cali to Galveston. They got big money down there.
Yeah, rent is high down there in Galveston.
Yeah, because Galveston and Corpus Christi, they spring break be off the chain. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, the shot is up and it's missed. Mm-hmm.
Jordan Poole has went cold at a bad time.
Get into Coos.
Stop letting
131 to 134. The Lakers are holding the ball. The game has become really immense. and the fans is loving it. James, here go James with the shot, and it's off. But rebound the Lakers. The Lakers get a second chance at a first impression, and no, they don't call the foul. Austin Reeves with the ball. Austin Reeves with the spin. Austin with the drive. Give it to AD, and it's off of AD foot. It's a turnover at the bad time of the game. What a turnover at this juncture of the game. 17 seconds left. So the Washington Wizards can either tie or
Tyre, go
they
ahead.
can get a 3-point and a foul and maybe sneak a
17
win.
seconds
Well,
left,
you already
17
know that
seconds left.
Jordan Poole ain't built for this moment. So
I don't know why Jordan Poole has taken every shot this
'Cause
You
quarter.
think he ain't finna take this one?
Oh, you know he is.
yeah, absolutely.
You know he is.
He's going to. He's been doing that the whole time. He's the one who got these dudes cold.
Actually, this would be a good decoy. Kuzma in the corner.
He should be.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Kuzma should.
Shout out to Dre.
Denny should be the creator, and they should give it. They should get open shot for Kuzma, because Kuzma has actually doing down the stretch. He's been the one that's actually been getting hot from the perimeter.
Kuzma is good in moments like these. Like, he's always kind of been that kind of player. Like, he always noticed that he always closed out halves and games really well, as far as at least having the courage to take shots or whatever. Plus, he has size too.
Yeah, I've always trusted him over Poole, though.
So who y'all vote to take the last shot in the chat for the Washington Wizards?
Chat. Let us know who's gonna take the last shot. We need bets. Dre said Fox and the NBA got millions.
Shout out to Kenny.
Etc. Bruh is living the life. Nah, for real. And I was just about to say before we got to the to the stretch. It's real funny when you see somebody that you were like, you remember when you were younger and y'all went to school together, and they're doing something that
okay, here we go. It's official. It's coming in. It's going to Jordan Poole. He gives it up to Kuz. Oh my God, Kuz got it. He takes it back out. Kuz looking for space. Kuz looking to take it, and Kuz shoot it. And it's off. It's off. And the Lakers win. The Lakers prevail. And it's over with. 134 to 131. The Lakers on back-to-back victories coming off the heels of that spectacular win against the Los Angeles Clippers. The Lakers win this one. It is over. The light-skinned boys have to go home defeated, and they have lost 13 in a row for the district.
13 in a row. Remember that.
Shout out to Jam Will.
Remember that fortuitous tweet? Don't be that. You guys got it now. That's what you get.
Dex, I am
and Cool's the one that shot it, right?
Dex,
how ironic. Is that serendipity right there?
Dex, I am so astonished by your Laker fandom right now.
Oh my God. Cool shot out the tweet, and Cool shot the last shot, and Cool's go out in defeat after a spectacular work effort from Jordan Poole. Right. Cool just blew it out the water by blowing the game right here at the team that drafted him, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Y'all want to know what this is? This is a small detail. This is a small detail, but this is a big deal. Kuzma shoots that shot, right? And it misses. Marvin Bagley goes for the rebound. He taps it back out to where Kuzma exactly was. If he would have stayed within the play, he would have got a second chance, or they would have got a second chance to get a quality shot to extend the game. And he gave up on that play. And Rui,
you know what, Casual? Kuzma was looking at his wrist as he was making that duck, right? You know that little duck beak? He was looking at his wrist while he missed the shot.
Listen.
And he forgot to get back to follow his rebound.
The big detail is this is a teachable moment. Now, what I'm looking forward to now is I want to see the Kuz tweet tonight. Let me see the Kuz tweet.
It's going to be we that team.
Yeah, Poole made sure he wasn't going to be on the headliners for mentioning it.
Kenny says,
hey, he was running devastating. Poole was running away from the shine.
Yeah.
Real quick. Kenny says LaMelo needs to get back and catch up to these other young stars. Anthony Edwards is being talked about as the face of the NBA and is balling big time, yo. Kenny also said Hallie is also getting a lot of shine.
I mean, LaMelo, I mean, you ain't saying nothing slick to a can of water. Oil. Like LaMelo, man, get it together, bro. Just get it together. You got to get your availability together, man. Get some ankle braces. Do whatever you need to do, but you got to be able to play more than half a season, bro. You got to be able to do that.
For sure.
I think
Guys.
what he said is
Okay.
Captain Obvious. You know how the NBA is, out of sight, out of mind. So what is it to talk about if you're not on the court, right? But once LaMelo comes back, then he will get his respective attention, because your play is going to determine who's going to watch and who's not.
He'll definitely get the attention he deserves if he just is on the court. Rap God says Poole will take the last shot. He didn't, unfortunately. Oh, fortunately.
Devastated said Poole ran from that responsibility.
Well, he ran from it to go into overtime. Remember, he ran to LeBron, got scared. Like, you know what I mean?
Poole said, "Nah, not tonight.
Yeah.
I did my job."
You don't want the dude who's scared of running against a dude who ain't even a defensive player. You know what I mean? All of a sudden come and be the hero in the overtime. I mean, he took every damn shot in the overtime, didn't he?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
They covered the spread, though. They covered that spread. So whoever had money on Washington to cover the spread, because I think it was like 9, they covered that shit. That was easy work for you for tonight.
Plus,
You're able to pay your rent and your mortgage tomorrow. I mean today, because today is the 1st, so rent is due, mortgage is due. You know what I'm saying? Car payment, whatever. If you put your money on Washington, you got a good nice return, because they covered that shit.
And he gave the Washington fans something entertaining to watch tonight. Because who would have thought that they would be in a competitive game at all?
Yep. So Washington extend their league. Washington extend their league-leading losing streak to 13.
Devastating. What do you think about this? About the Wizards and the state of the Wizards right now? Now that they officially are literally and legitimately sole proprietors of owning the absolute worst record in the NBA this year. And I mean, it's miserable. I mean, they ain't even get to 10 wins yet.
You know what I'm saying? We March 1st, with single-digit wins. Yeah, don't get hurt. Line that lottery situation up perfectly. You should be in good position to have some leverage. Even though I think Poole would probably be untradeable right now.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That contract, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it for no team.
And Key, I think that's a misinformation you put there. LaMelo has been on national TV when the Charlotte Hornet played.
No, stop it, Dex. Stop it.
So that's misinformation right there.
Oh,
so at least that game right there, that was national TV, and I think
what, that Spurs game?
No.
That Spurs
he said in his career.
That Spurs game wasn't on national TV. He was on national TV during the play-in. Not the play. Was it play-in?
No, before the play-in, when they played the Pelicans. When Lonzo was part of the Pelicans, that was a national televised game.
Oh, in 22. Was it 22 or was it 21?
No, it was 20. It was his rookie season. Yeah, it was his rookie season. It was on TNT.
Oh, okay. Well, even still, I think we get the point. What Kenny's trying to say is he's not on national television nearly as much as Tyrese.
But he didn't put that though. He says has never is never.
But you know what he means, bro. You know what he means.
I mean, you can protect them, but that's just misinformation. When you say never means never.
Never.
He didn't say rarely.
Bro, Kenny, go ahead and fix it. Fix it real quick and just put rarely.
Yeah, go and edit that shit. Says he's rarely been on national
Dex
TV.
is nasty. I just want y'all to know that, chat. Dex is nasty.
Plus, it's not their fault when they play on national TV. His ass ain't playing anyway. So.
Yeah, because that happened with the Knicks. You're right, Quiz. That happened with the Knicks. That was a nationally televised game, and mysteriously, LaMelo didn't play that game. But Miles Bridges had a really good game, and Kemba Walker, I think, hit 50 that game. Remember?
Yep. And also, in all fairness in chat, because y'all talking about Halliburton getting his shine. Halliburton, he's getting his shine because One, he's earned it. Let's be real. He's played well this season. They went to the championship of the play-in tournament. He held home serve in the All-Star game. He became an All-Star. Not only that, he he represented very well in the All-Star game also. So he's getting what he's earned and deserved. So we can't.
But it wasn't his ascension.
Type shit.
Halliburton ascension quiz was really during that play-in season, that in-season tournament.
Yeah,
that right there, he exploded because he was putting ungodly numbers up and he was winning. He beat Boston, he beat Milwaukee, played the Lakers.
Yeah.
And just happened to lose that game, but so much shine was on Tyrese Halliburton during that time. So shout out to Hallie for the work that he put in. Even though he denied me an interview after giving me his word, he broke his bond. But I ain't gonna go into that. I ain't gonna castigate the man. But nevertheless, I ain't gonna never forget it. But Hallie, you're doing your thing, and we appreciate you, bro.
From doing that when he's done on the court, but I mean, like, there's nobody going to talk about. I mean, Hallie was putting up. He had 2 back-to-back 20-assist games.
Yeah.
He had 2 20 and 20 games. That's historic. He's in.
Have we ever seen that?
He's been in this category as far as his efficiency and his ability to distribute the rock this year. And then I mean, like, him going into All-Star weekend, just like remember that year when the All-Star weekend and they let my man LaMelo speak with Spence. We're talking about. Remember, he had an All-Star weekend where he was featured. This year it was Hallie's year. It was in Indiana. He is the face of the Indiana Pacers. He definitely did his thing. He won the skills challenge, right? He hit a 3-pointer. 100 people won $500 from a 3-point that he hit from the freaking 15th row. All right, I'm not gonna cap. That was on a McAfee show. That was crazy. Then he also, he had a great showing in the All-Star game. Halliburton has done very well for himself this year. I'm proud of that young man. And I remember a couple of years ago, Dex, me and you, if you remember, we had that debate back when the Sacramento Kings were debating on getting rid of him or Fox. Remember that debate back in the days? And I remember I told you, I said Halliburton is a good player. In fact, KNT reminded me of that conversation we had. He said, personally put me on to Howard. He was like, you're right. That kid is actually doing all of this stuff. I'm like, you know what I mean? Halliburton he's been a good player. He's just getting better. And he's getting his shine. It's not really, it's really his time, it seems like.
So Dex.
And then another thing that's good about that is that he went to another team that needed exactly what he is.
You know what I'm about to say. You know what I'm
Go
about
ahead,
to say.
Casper.
Earlier this season, when we had this long ass debate about who was better between Tyrese Halliburton and LaMelo Ball, and I told you the exact reasons, and y'all didn't believe me because y'all didn't think this was sustainable.
I still don't believe you need more people.
So you still don't believe that Tyrese Halliburton is just a
healthy Tyrese Halliburton and a healthy LaMelo Ball? No, LaMelo Ball is better.
No, we didn't say that. We said as is. We said
of course. Well, as is, we already conceded to that.
Y'all were still saying.
Listen, come on. See, Casual, you acting like slave.
Because at that time,
one thing we always do, we never delete anything. We don't delete anything. It's there. I already conceded to that because I think who came up on it? It was Spike Lee. It was me and Spike Lee.
It was you. It was Big Al. Spike Lee was on my side. It was you. It was Big Al.
No, we talk about the winner concession. The concession.
I think Flight got on here. I think Flight got on here too.
Listen, we're not talking about the initial debate. We're talking about the concession. And the reason why I conceded is because it's obvious because LaMelo's not on the court. So how can he be better than anybody?
I'm saying, Dex, when we had the debate, LaMelo wasn't hurt. At that time, LaMelo was putting up like 28, 8 and 7
on a bum ankle, right?
Well, I don't know. He hadn't gotten hurt. He hadn't gotten hurt yet. So we had that discussion.
Officially, he hasn't gotten hurt. Go ahead.
Okay, nigga.
I mean, he had a bum ankle coming into the season. I mean, come on, bro. He was supposed to wear ankle braces and he didn't.
You know what's funny about Dex? Dex will try so hard not to just say You were
That's
right.
not true. That's not true.
You
That's
got
not true.
so hard.
That's
to
not true.
not
I just
admit- and
used
he'll
a
just
word that
remove
might have
it.
listen, casual. I just used a word that might have just went over
it.
your head. And you let it go over your head on purpose. I just said I conceded.
So
Now, what after that? I don't know what you wanted to hear. I just said I conceded to that, and I said
conceded
that
now.
I
Okay.
did it. I did it with Spike Lee on the stream because he came on the stream one day when we was talking, and he came up and he proposed that question
Was I
again.
on
He
here?
said,
Was I
"Now,
on
what
here?
y'all think?"
Was I on here?
I don't know. I don't know. I
That
just
was
know
this
who it
season.
was.
I couldn't have been. I couldn't have been because I
I
don't
knew.
remember.
So,
I'm
I don't
just saying
remember.
who initiated was Spike
Okay.
Lee. That's who initiated
Right.
the conversation.
If you throw Spike Lee, that's fine. I don't recall that, so I just wanted to hear.
But
so y'all
Quiz,
talking
they
about y'all talking
always
about
try to
this
get me
season?
like this, Quiz, for some
Say
reason or
again.
another.
Say
You talking
it
I'm
about
not egotistic like that. I'm not a narcissist. I'm
you
not.
talking about this?
You won't never
Dex,
get me saying that I'll fight not to be wrong.
Dex,
But I
Dex,
won't let you lie on me. That's one thing I won't do.
all right,
You
Dex.
talking
That's
about
why I can refer you to the stream
y'all
because
was
it's
talking
there.
about this season? Y'all was talking about this
Yeah,
season?
Yes,
this season. Yeah,
Oh,
this season.
we were talking about this season. We were talking. I believe it was in the month of because both. Let me pull it up right now so I don't lie to you. I want to say it was December. It was the month of December because the month of
Yeah, Spike
November
Lee.
was when
Yeah,
the month
Spike
of
Lee
November was
came
when
up
LaMelo went
just for that
crazy.
question.
before the play-in, going into
The play-in. What you mean play-in?
It was during
So my in season tournament.
the tournament.
yeah, I mean
It was during the
yeah.
in-season tournament. Yeah, it was
Yeah, it
during
was
the
during the
in-season
in-season
tournament
tournament.
when
Oh, okay.
it was during the in-season tournament when Tyrese Halliburton was shooting like 50. He was doing like 50, 40, 90, averaging like 13 or 12 assists with like 1 or 2 turnovers a game. And LaMelo Ball was averaging 27, 8 and 7 on respectable splits. I want to say, let me pull up the exact statistics for you for that month. And so we were having a discussion because in the chat they were talking about how LaMelo Ball doesn't get his respect over being better than the Anthony Edwards, the Tyrese Halliburtons, even though these players are getting they're getting love, right? And I was saying respectfully,
See, hold on 1 second. You said something wrong. It wasn't he wasn't getting his respect. Hold on, let me correct you.
Go ahead.
We was purporting that he wasn't getting his respect based on his stature and caliber with the Charlotte Hornets being the face, like a Tyrese or Anthony Edwards, and soon to be Maxey. That's what we was purporting. Not that he was better than. On that aspect, I'm talking about for the referee calls.
Okay, hold on. Dex, I'm not saying you said it, but what I had to deal with was the chat and some people in here. I can't give you the exact name. I will do my due diligence of going to the YouTube stream to find out exactly who said it. But I was having to debate whether LaMelo Ball was better than Tyrese Halliburton or Anthony Edwards, because remember, my talking points was that Tyrese Halliburton as a playmaker, when he's playmaking at that high of a volume, being that efficient while playmaking at that high of a volume, while also shooting that efficiently, because that nigga was shooting like 50 something during that stretch.
Yeah, he was hitting every other shot. It was going in.
Yes. No, he was not better.
And some of the backlash that came towards you, Casual, was the roster construction.
Hold on. Kenny. Anybody that tells you Tyrese Maxey is better than LaMelo Ball when healthy is no.
Yeah,
Tyrese Maxey needs to beat those Tyler Hero allegations, if we're getting quite frank.
And
without Joel Embiid, he's looking kind of suspect.
And Rap God Reloaded, you say that Halliburton needs to worry about the Bucks. The Bucks need to worry about him. He beat them every game they played this year.
No, Quiz. You kidding me?
No. Hold on.
Not every game, Quiz. Not every game.
What game?
Not every game.
Giannis has put up a 60 ball on him.
What game? The Bucks
in a victory.
You got 63 on him. Come on now. Let's be respectful. Come on now.
See, it's not just you, Casual. I catch them all out there leaning.
But no, LaMelo, no. Okay, so I'll tell you exactly what happened. Devastating. So LaMelo Ball during the month of November, he was averaging 27, 5 and 8 on 47, 41, 86 splits, and he was everything to the Charlotte Hornets during that stretch. Even though they had a losing record, The only reason why they were even keeping it close with some of these teams was in large part due to LaMelo Ball's shot creation for both himself and Miles Bridges when he came back during that time. I think he came back during that time. I could be wrong. So he was creating everything for Mark Williams for sure. And so they were arguing that he deserves to be in, like, given the same respect because he's just as good, if not better than them. I was saying Tyrese Halliburton's case, he's just not better than him because at that time, while he was doing that, putting up amazing shooting splits while doing it, Tyrese Halliburton was over here in Indiana dropping 29, 3, and 11. Well, we rounding up. If I rounded up for LaMelo, Tyrese Halliburton was averaging 29, 3, and 12 on 53, 47, 88 splits while only turning over the ball 2 times or 3 times if we're rounding up. That's absurd. And both of them defensively was a mid-off defensively. So what I was saying was if he's playing like that and both of them are everything to their offense, that's why he's better. And I had to fight with them over that. So, yeah. But,
yeah, and then Flight came in. Remember, Flight came in and said the reason why you can even propose that kind of a challenge is because the Charlotte Hornets don't have any shooters around. LaMelo drives in and pass the ball out, and they don't have no shooters. Whereas Indiana, they're fit to make Tyrese Halliburton assists. You follow what I'm saying? You pass the ball out to the Charlotte players, they ain't making the shots. Remember, Flight had backlash against you for that.
Yeah, he was arguing me about how the statistics are going to look better because Tyrese Halliburton has a much better team than LaMelo Ball, and actually is more impressed with that he's putting up the statistics. And I agreed, but I then asked him, is Tyrese Halliburton a safer player? Is Tyrese Halliburton a more consistent player when it comes to shot selection, deciding who to pass the ball to, how to pass the ball to him? Is he more of a reliable player in that aspect than LaMelo? He said no. I said, so what do you say about LaMelo Ball when he takes these half court threes randomly, not even allowing a play to be running into sets, and he just shoots the shit? And I didn't get an answer.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we all have our frailties on the guys that we like, right? So if that's one, okay, that's one. Sometimes LaMelo do that. He go out and freelance and he'll chuck the ball out without allowing the play to develop. But sometimes he make those shots and the crowd goes, wow, that's the Showtime aspect of it. But sometimes as fans, purists, and pundits, we disagree with that style of basketball.
Yeah. But I will say I had to be consistent. And so if I penalize LaMelo, I had to penalize Dame because Dame does do that shit a lot too.
Shout out to Dre.
Yeah. Dre says Halliburton is averaging 21 points per game and LaMelo is averaging 23 points per game. I mean, yeah. I guess. I guess if you want to put it in that terms, I don't know. I think right now, if you're going to judge LaMelo in any capacity, you need to judge him based off of his individual performances, how he performs on the court. And if you judge his playmaking, don't judge it based off of assists because some of the passes he makes don't even get capitalized off of because he doesn't have the best floor spacing in the world. So.
Now we're going to see when he comes back with this new iteration of the Charlotte Hornets, how they revamp their roster and it's under reconstruction. Let's see how LaMelo plays with this group and this core of the Charlotte Hornets than with previous, where a lot of those guys had their own agendas. And it seemed like these guys now that was brought in to Charlotte seem like they're more team oriented.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are they gonna keep Seth Curry?
They should. I don't see why not. I think he would be a fine addition for them. He'd be a good floor spacer for the back, for the second unit. I like Trey Mann. I think Trey Mann, as your backup point guard, I think he can bring something. He can bring some athleticism in the backcourt that you know what I'm saying, that LaMelo Ball he could be able to play off of when he's playing alongside Trey Mann. I think he could also bring athleticism that LaMelo in some capacity doesn't have. I mean, Trey Mann is a great athlete. So I think and I think he showcased so far this season playing with Charlotte for however many games he played so far, that he has some playmaking chops. He has some ability to be able to create for others if asked to, or if allowed to, if you will. And so I think him, Seth Curry, I think you keep them. I like Nick Smith. I don't know if I'm a rarity within the Charlotte inner circles, but I like Nick Smith. I think he could be a solid is it Nick Smith? It's Nick Smith, the backup big, right?
Yeah.
Or the forward?
Nick Richards.
Nick Richards. I like Nick Richards. So I think that you can build your second unit with those three. Main thing is figuring out exactly how you're going to do the starting lineup, because you got a lot of answers. Thank you, Rap God. And Dex. Thank you, Nick Richards. But I think you got some questions that needs to be answered with the starting lineup. When LaMelo comes back, is Brandon Miller going back to the 2 spot? Or are you going to keep him at the 3? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I looked at him against my Bucks both times, and him at the 3, it just makes a lot more sense. He's much quicker than some of these 4s that he's going up against, and he just keeps getting better as a ball handler. I think he should be at the 3. But if he's going to play the 2, are you going to go out with a starting lineup of LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Mikal Bridges, Grant Williams, and Mark Williams?
You mean Miles Bridges?
I need Miller to be.
Did I say Mikal? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said Mikal. God damn.
Yeah, that was a Freudian slip. We understand.
Yeah. Are you gonna have Miles Bridges at the 3 and put Grant Williams at the 4? With Mark Williams at the 5? Like what is?
I need Miller.
Oh, go ahead, Devastating. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Miller in the paint, if you will. Thank you.
Turn your mic up, Devastating.
Oh, one moment. Hold on.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Yeah, I need Miller to stay away from the 3 and go in the paint. Get your free throw game up. Draw your player, your defender in. That way you'll give Miller more options and spread your perimeters out. If you want to try to work a scheme in, if you go sit there, if you're gonna sit on the 3-point stripe, then that's gonna limit your offensive bound situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least at this stage in your career, since you haven't developed a shot yet. Okay, if you got a shot, if you develop and have other teams, offensive coordinators actually pose a threat for them, okay, that's different. But at this point, you haven't posed a threat.
I think Brandon Miller has shown that he as a shooter on the perimeter.
Yeah, he can knock down the shot. I'm not saying he can't knock it down. Yeah, he's proven that.
Yeah,
in his career, at this stage in his career, I think he might have had a little bit more pressure than deserved on him.
Yeah. But yeah, I think and then obviously, Dex, you know what's the most important thing they need to do this offseason for me. Fire that fraud, bro. Fire that
Man,
fraud.
you want to clip you out of there. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Casual. That's a good segue, because when you look at all the changes that's going on with the Charlotte Hornets under this new regime, they're doing this immediately. They're not waiting. They're not trying to waste away a season without making any kind of movement. I mean, inertia it's a forgotten thing amongst this organization, and that's what I like. I like that organization that's a bottom feeder like Charlotte is constantly making moves to improve. And now, since they just hired, I mean, they're working on the final stages of hiring their new GM. I think it's Jordan, something like. Is it Jordan?
Oh,
The guy from Brooklyn. He was an assistant GM up in Brooklyn. Young brother.
let me see. Assistant GM.
Jordan Peterson or something like that. Something I forgot his name. But yeah, so salute to Theo 3 and D. When you got an organization that's excited to make moves and not being cheap, that's what you want, because shout out to Champ, because you want to make your players and your fan base feel.
Jeff
Jeff Peterson. There you go. I said Jordan. It's Jeff Peterson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out Big Al. Jeff Peterson. Let me pin that right there. Jeff Peterson, for y'all to know. So if you don't know that Charlotte just hired a new GM to take the steed of Mitch Kupchak and move Mitch Kupchak in a more consulting environment. So this young guy is going to try to make his indelible mark on North Carolina, North Kakalaki, uptown, down in Charlotte, inside their silo, the Spectrum Center. That's what you want. You want somebody to be aggressive. You want to bring a new mind in. You want somebody that's young and vigorous, who thinks out the box, and is going to lay down a hell of a masterclass in galvanizing talent, and then ultimately augment it with a coach that can get you over the hump. Now, who this next coach going to be, I don't know. But I just believe Cliffy will not be a part of the Charlotte Hornets next season, because Jeff Peterson, he's going to want his guy. He wants to put his fingerprint. He wants to set his indelible mark over the Levant over in Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's nothing wrong with that. So I think Cliffy knows he's a walking dead man. You know what I'm saying? And he's a lame duck. And whatever happens throughout the course of the season, it really doesn't matter. Now, who are the candidates? Do we bring in Jeff Vaughn? I don't know. Do we? Do we bring in Jeff Vaughn?
Kenny Atkinson.
Jock Vaughn, yeah. Well, I keep saying Jeff. Jock Vaughn, my homie. That's my homeboy, and I'm talking about Jeff. Jock Vaughn, because he can mentor the point guard. He can mentor the guardship. You follow what I'm saying? And they have some kind of relationship. I don't know. Who do we bring in? Sam Cassell? Somebody is coming.
Kenny Atkinson.
He's going to bring Kenny Atkinson, the point guard whisperer.
Kenny Atkinson is he's the answer for the Nets. He's like if they don't.
No, I'm not talking the Nets.
No.
I'm talking Charlotte.
For the Hornets. For the Hornets, he's the exact thing that the Hornets need.
But why would the Hornets deal with Kenny Atkinson when he already reneged on them before?
He reneged because of that fraud Jordan.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you think the new owners will give him an opportunity? Would that be a slap in Jordan's face?
Yeah,
would that be a slap in Jordan's face?
Fuck Jordan. Like what? Man, you have tortured us for a decade plus. Hey, fuck you. What?
Oh, Big Al said Jeff Peterson is not going to be the GM. I thought that this was hiring him for. You sure, Big Al? Because I read a report and it listed him as a GM.
Even if he's just over basketball operations, he still has say so.
Oh yeah, he got a lot of say so. That's over. He's over the GM.
Yeah.
Only thing he's below him is only thing above him is the president, right?
Mm-hmm. Either Kenny Atkinson or Dave Yeager. And I would ask, please do not choose Dave Yeager.
Let me see. I read that article. Let me see if I can find that. Okay. Hornets new GM. Yeah. Okay. Let me just read what it says. The Charlotte Hornets are finalizing a deal to make Brooklyn Nets assistant general manager Jeff Peterson the new head of basketball operations, according to a person familiar with the situation. The person said The deal is expected to be completed in the next few days. And that was 12 hours ago. So I guess he's not going to be the GM. He's going to be over basketball operations. So that means they still got to hire a GM.
Yeah.
But see, and then right here is there.
What are you gonna be? What are you gonna be?
Hornets. See, now it's conflicting because right here it says Hornets to hire next executive Jeff Peterson as GM. Here's another article. Next executive to be Hornets next GM. And that was 9 hours ago. So that's what's conflicting. Some people, but the Charlotte Observer, which is the beat writer for the Charlotte Hornets, it speaks about being executive.
Vice president.
Yeah, no, not vice president. Operation. Yeah. So I guess
we're gonna pull back up tomorrow.
Okay, man.
Shout out to all y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, salute.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.